All right, we are live.
Dun, dun,
What's
dun.
up,
Hey,
everybody?
going.
Play the music.
Hello, everyone.
Hit the drums. Come on, coach. Where's the beatbox, coach? There we go. There we go. This is what we need. We need naturally made music. It sounds better than Velma playing the flute because we get copyrighted all the time.
No.
Right into the pain. That's how
Right
I like
straight. Oh god, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Painful.
you gotta go right into the wall. Just face first, right into the wall.
face your
Like
fears.
Velma's face when she got hit by a car. Her tooth
Bro,
got knocked out.
yeah, we'll get to that.
That was the
Yeah,
best scene in the entire episode.
I'm
by
not.
the way.
I'm gonna admit I fully busted out laughing at that scene.
Hey,
Yeah, I can't take that away from them. That was actually a legitimate funny moment.
Yeah, that was actually fucking
Yes.
hilarious.
There's some good life lessons to get out of this show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, we're gonna do our roundabouts, do our little bit of introductions as we promote the stream and get people to like the stream, so we could get to where we were last week and try to surpass it. So let's do it. With that being said, Mr. Film Rebel, we're gonna start with you, sir. Take it away.
Yes, thank you, ladies and
What
gentlemen.
the hell is this? What's this profile picture nonsense? Where's the beanie?
I'm promoting the channel. I can't.
Okay.
Be
I'll
taking
give
Tim
it
Pool's
to you.
place
I'll
with the
give
Beanie
it
King all
to
the
you.
time. All right.
I'll give it to you. No problem. Go ahead.
Tim Pool gets really upset when other people wear beanies. I'm like several stories taller than him. I can't deal with this tiny little thing yelling at me the whole time. Anyway, welcome to your weekly Velma group therapy session, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Film Rebel. I cover crappy entertainment like Velma and all the terrible stuff. I try to cover good entertainment too, like The Last of Us, which we'll hopefully actually get to this time in the stream. And I'm here to help ward you all away from the terror that is Mindy Kaling's animated fantasy.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. Animated fantasy.
Mr.
Mr. Dragon Slayer commentary, sir. Take it away. You calling me a hoe. I appreciate it. Go for it.
Well, you call me one too, but you a masked hoe. Anyway,
true.
hello everyone. My name's Dragon Slayer from Dragon Slayer Commentaries, and I make coverage on anything shitty that Hollywood decides to throw at us, like everyone else on this panel. But at the same time, I try to give a little bit more extra detail with a little bit of extra memes added in there just to kind of entertain you, because I don't want you to suffer the same fate that I did, which is be either angry, bored, or just felt like my soul was stolen by the devil for a few seconds. So, if you're into that, well, you already know what you're in for in this stream.
Dragons don't have a soul. What are you talking about?
Hey, you fucking...
Wow. Just because they're ginger does not mean...
It's got nothing
Bro,
to do with
you a
being
dragonist?
ginger.
You fucking ist and phobe for dragons?
Did you call
now?
me a dragonist? That's a thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I just came up with that, okay? I came up with
fair
that. You
enough,
better
fair
accept it, okay? Like everyone else who says this
I'm
show is good.
I'm gonna accept it. Don't worry. Before we get to coach, for those of you, because I see a couple questions, for those of you asking about where's Will, Will's currently on a mission for the CIA. He's been doing it for the last couple of weeks now. He's told us that he's okay, but we're not fully believing him. So you guys need to reach out to Will on his channel, go comment, tell him to come back and stop being a shill for the CIA. You get what I'm saying? All right,
Yeah.
Mr.
Guys,
Coach MC.
No, we need to stop beating around the bush. Will is a big fan of Velma, and he was ashamed to join the panel.
No, why you do that? That's
Will.
just mean.
Will is definitely a big fan of Velma. You can see it in his face when when he reviews it. His face
Yeah,
gets so
it's the
red
passion.
because he's so white, so his face gets really red
Yeah.
when he watches stuff that he
Oh,
hates. It's great.
God.
It's
His
great stuff.
passion and love for the character.
I know.
Oh, goodness.
All right, Mr. Coach MC. Sorry, go ahead. Take it away, sir.
Good night, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the panel. It's a pleasure to be back. This is the Coach MC studio, preventing you from bad entertainment by reviewing it, by deconstructing it, by helping you also in reinforcing great entertainment, by helping you to communicate, to perform, to act in a magnificent and authentic and genuine way. So if you want to kind of spice up your delivery, come over to the Coach MC studio. If you want to spice up your life and get rid of all of the bad ideas and thoughts and moments and bad images in your head, just come over to the panel once a week. We kind of filter all the toxic stuff out of your system and giving you some hope for the future as well.
Beautiful. Always inspirational, Coach.
Right.
Always inspirational. Good luck, Casey, following that up.
I know, right? You put me after the Oracle, but hey, hey everybody, I'm back. How y'all doing? Nice to see y'all. So I am from the That Girl Casey channel, my channel on YouTube, where I talk basically about things happening in this clown world that we live in and how it affects you. All right. And when I'm not there, I'm always mostly here Saturday nights, guys. Thanks for coming through, and don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, hit the like button.
Yes.
That's right. Hit that smat button.
I know,
called
yeah,
like
what was I
button
about to say,
Hit
right?
that smat like button.
I think she
Better
wanted
do
to
that
say
shit now.
smack that like button, but she's
I was
so
gonna
used to
say,
saying
smash the like button. But
she's so used to saying hit that like button because every YouTuber says hit that like button, right? You got hit or smash. And
Yeah.
she mixed both of them. So she
And
said
yeah.
Bro,
smash the
Slap
like.
the like, right? I know.
Yeah, there
Bro,
you
you
go.
know what I tell people? I just like, hey, you still there? Oh, your brain's not half gone? Great. You know what? Why don't you just hit that freaking like button and do all that other shit? Now let's keep going.
Yes,
Right.
sir. All right,
That's how it
Zephyr
goes.
with a $4 super sticker to start off the night. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Shout
Ooh.
out to Zephyr. Amazing. I appreciate you. All right, so yeah, seriously. So when it comes to Will, he will be back on the stream. He is doing something. He's taking care of some real life stuff, but he will, in fact, be on the stream. Hopefully on the next one or the one after, because I know a lot of people are asking for Will. So he will be back. Don't worry about it. He says he misses you guys, and he will be joining us back again soon. Guys, we're up to almost 70 concurrent viewers. This is great. 41 likes. Let's try to get it
Wow.
up as we go into
Okay.
the discussion about Velma. The stream's been popping off lately. General Fag says, great to see the subs going. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. With that being said, let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about Velma. We're going to talk about episodes 5 and 6, which were obviously, as you guys are aware, terrible. I have my episode 6 review coming out, and these guys have also dropped some reviews themselves. I know Film Rebel just dropped a review on an episode. Dragon Slayer's got a review on, what is it, 1 and 2?
I got one on 1 and 2. Number 3
Yep.
is in production. The others are still being worked on because it's fucking torture, even writing a script.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Thankfully, I don't try as hard as Dragon Slayer, so I don't write scripts because if I did, I'd probably kill myself, honestly, with these shows.
Oh well, don't
It's so
worry.
terrible.
My editor is now suffering with me, so I consider this a joint effort of suffering, so it's not as bad.
A dragon over here.
He hasn't told me anything. Like I haven't even asked him. Hey man, look, I know, me and you are chill, but like, what do you think about this shit I'm covering? Yeah, I haven't asked him that. I probably should.
I'm going to shout out
Okay.
this super chat real quick. Atreus, $5. He says, you have to learn to shame your audience into hitting the like button like I do. I appreciate you, man. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, so if you guys don't hit that like button, I will literally send a trans person, and I know a lot of them. I know a lot of them, okay? If you guys watch my Twitter, I know a lot of trans people.
I knew it was going to be either a trans person or a drag queen.
Yeah, I mean, they're one and the same, in my opinion. I will send one. I swear to God, I will send one to your bedroom at night, and you will not be able to sleep until you hit that like button.
But drag queens like to play dress up. Trans are like, nah, I want the whole fucking shebang.
Seriously,
Oh,
I will
God.
do so. So yes, you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much. We're almost at 60 likes. I appreciate you. All right, so let's talk on before we get into the episode 5 and 6, okay? Because I know that's like a thing. Let's talk about. I made a video about how supposedly this show they always try to put out the best number forward, right? Because that makes them look the best in the public eye and all that stuff. Rings of Power did it with the 20 million number, right?
Yeah.
Where they said 20 million views. So I did a video about how they were saying that Velma is up 127%. If you guys, I don't know if you guys saw
I
that
saw
video.
that going around.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, I
throwing
think I
around
saw
that
your video.
100 and that 127%. So I looked further into it, and actually that number has nothing to do with the views of the episode at all. It actually has to go in with the searches and the interaction of the word itself, Velma. Like the Velma HBO Max TV series, like Google searches, YouTube searches, all that stuff.
Mhm.
So when they try to say, "Oh yeah, the what do you call it? The search or whatever for Velma's up 127%. This is fantastic. Look how good we're doing." They trying to push that off, but we all know what the truth is. It's literally thousands of people just shitting on this show nonstop. I mean,
That was my
entire
argument.
feed is Velma.
Yeah,
Right.
that was my argument way back when the Halo series came out because they were pushing the same thing. Like it was the most popular series on Paramount Plus, And I'm like, yeah, but read the reviews. Every single one of them is saying how shit it is.
Right.
And where do you think these views are coming from? They're coming from people who are watching it like we are. We're suffering. We're putting ourselves on the front lines to defend the honor of all the people who are watching the stream right now.
Right.
To lift the weight from the shoulders, right? For sure.
So we're modern medieval knights, is what you're saying,
Yeah,
basically.
I like that title.
We're crusaders.
We're crusaders.
Crusaders.
We're cinematic crusaders.
Well, the crazy thing is when
shit,
people
that's a good
saw
one.
that 127% number, like the amount of comments I had from people saying, "Oh, that's just complete bullshit. There's no way we believe that." And it's true though, because like I said, Rings of Power did it with the 20 million number. They said, "Oh, 20 million." It wasn't even views. I think they said sampled, like 20
like
million
20 million
samples, something like
samples.
that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that and for a sample for Rings of Power is like 3 minutes or more. So the person had to watch it for 3 minutes or more for it to count. So of course their first episode had 20 million samples, and then it completely died off after that. So Velma tried to do the same thing, but since they don't actually have the numbers like Amazon Prime does, they had to come up with some other BS way to make themselves look better.
Right, to pump it up a little bit and to increase but probably YouTube brought more audience through the bad critics and reviews than the actual advertisement for the show itself, right? So I think a lot of people went just also like a lot of people like us are filtering the toxic material to prevent, good people that are still healthy to stay healthy, right? We are insane already, so we don't mind anymore.
Hey,
thank you. I take that as a compliment at this point.
If you're not,
I will take that as a compliment, Mr. Coach. I will take the compliment. Thank you very much. Yes, I am indeed crazy. I cover Velma too much in very much detail. It's so much that my voice kind of deviated into some weird mix of Russian and German. I don't know.
You look like you're ready to say, "Give me the meat and give it to me raw." You look like you're getting ready to say that.
You see how dumb Velma is? You see what it did to Dragon Slayer? It changed his entire language.
Look,
Yeah, it did.
look. Okay, give me the meat and give it to me raw. Okay, just do
Wow.
it. Just
Wow.
give
I
it
like
to me
that.
raw.
Oh my god.
This is how it starts, people. It's a gateway.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Once you start getting delirious from watching shows like Velma, you start either talking in a completely different accent or you just literally shoot yourself. It's one of the two. There's really
Just
nothing in
worry.
between.
Don't worry. It's all right.
you-
There's no
you-
need to worry right now.
It works as a shield afterwards, right? Kind of you build a thicker skin. It's like, all right, you can't hurt me anymore.
I say this is actually like Moon Knight. They did that in there.
Oh,
They
God.
built the split personality.
Wait, you're telling me I adopted a what the fuck is this name? No.
You know what I mean?
Oh god, so I have another persona. Oh shit. Well, this is not pleasant. Hold on, let me switch back. Okay, what? Sorry, I kind of blacked out
Just
there.
go do some voice act work. I guarantee you'll be hired. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not that impressive. I just do the comedy.
It's decently impressive. But one thing I did notice too, about these articles is that when Yahoo picked up the story, and they named it differently. They said, HBO Max's Velma sees 127% popularity spike. They didn't say viewership spike or anything like that.
Because that's sneaky.
Yeah,
what they put afterwards. It's like they're trying to be a freaking all people pleaser. They're like, oh yeah, our overlords are saying this. We need to depict this as good, but it's really shit. We got to do something. And then they're like, just put the first half, it's all good, and then the second half, there's shit. Just don't worry.
Yeah, and it's weird. See, they actually reference Parrot Analytics, which is a lot of people making fun of that. It says, according to a report from Parrot Analytics, the series became the fourth most in-demand breakout series in the country last week, with 37.3 times the average series demand, a whopping 127% increase from last week. But they're not talking about views. It says the spike in demand, which takes into account consumer engagement, such as streaming, downloads, and social media, was revealed on January 17th. How much of that 127% was social media? Probably like 125. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like when you do a Velma segment in like 10 minutes, you've already had 1,000 views.
That's what I was just gonna say.
You're like, I'm about to just go ahead and make an episode. It's like the word Velma, and people be like, oh yeah, let me go, hear the review. But they're not watching the show, so they had to add all that in. And
for sure.
Yeah, so it's spiking in popularity because people are searching the term to look up all these videos shitting on it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's shit. It
Yeah.
deserves to get criticized as heavily as it is. And the thing is, I found out something interesting. The videos that are doing so well are the ones that have not only Velma's name on it, but Mindy Kaling. And if you put
Oh,
both
yeah.
in the same sentence,
yeah.
you're set for life.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Mindy Kaling videos are like fucking like I don't even know how to explain it. It's getting views the likes of which a channel like mine should never get.
Dude,
know,
you are dragging
Yeah.
Mindy and Velma like Disney drags Star Wars.
Oh, I am. I'm not.
You're milking
I'm
it
not
for all
lying.
it's worth.
I'm not lying at all. Mindy Kaling is the name that I'm using for everything. If I could name
I
it Mindy
know.
Kaling Fight Night on Tuesdays, I would. Like if it made sense. I swear to God,
No.
I'm not. I can't even like. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
goodness.
But it helps because it lets me garner an audience. It lets me
Yeah.
meet people who are into the content. And they're also into the whole joke about it. You know, it's basically a meme, at this point where we just dragging Mindy Kaling's name through the mud. You know.
Well,
And
it's
you're not
part-
doing anything wrong. Like go
Yeah,
for
we're
it.
not doing anything
Yeah.
We
wrong.
didn't
Thank
tell her to
God.
make this trash show, so go for it. Like
It is the biggest.
That's funny.
Hothead. Yeah, you're right. I would watch that too.
But the
Yeah.
incredible and also sad thing is that we're giving these huge outlets like Yahoo like something to write about, because actually now they got a topic, another topic on on which base they can distract the masses. Where we're looking from on this from a professional standpoint. We're of course we're making fun out of it, but we're creating new entertainment out of it. These outlets, they don't know what to write, right? They don't have like real news.
yeah.
They want to cover up the good stuff. So whatever reason we throw at them is like, oh, let's write about this, or this is a controversy, and let's jump into this battle and let's gain some traction here, some social media traction as well. And that's kind of it's incredible how this like if you look at this Velma sensation in a bad way, it's incredible how many people can actually leech off from that. So here's the thing again, like whether it's good entertainment or bad entertainment, it's entertainment. And so there's always something to learn. There is there is no good press or bad press. There is press, whether somebody's writing about you or he's not writing. When he's not writing about you, you're dead. So these people are desperate for that type of attention. So let me be in no matter what. I create something. Oh, this is on Vogue now. Let's create this controversy. Let's create some confusion and chaos. Oh, that's so fun. These people like leech off from that, and yeah. I mean, this is how they work. Modus operandi. Instead of creating great entertainment, right? I mean, how sick is that? Like again.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, why not use this tactic and make good entertainment?
Exactly. Right? That would be like a winning combination.
Well,
right?
do you notice the ones who are making the bad shows? So I'm going to use the Rings of Power example again, just because it's the most recent. So you have Rings of Power dragging Tolkien's work, and then you have House of the Dragon actually being a show that people enjoy watching, right? So what does the bad show do? Instead of the bad show getting better and learning from it, they try to drag the good show through the mud in articles and just like the open whatever. Right. Now we have the same example, because look, now you have, so obviously Velma, nobody likes the show. Last of Us, a lot of people like the show. And now you have articles like this where it says most recently, Velma has managed to surpass the other popular TV series. Mind you, it's the same fucking network, and you're trying to pretend like it's your bastard neighbor who you don't even want to name. And it says, such as a post-apocalyptic drama, The Last of Us, this week, Velma beat the Naughty Dog video game adaptation, which received 36.3 times the demand for an average series.
Right. Well, you want to know why? Is because the Velma views on YouTube are getting way better views than the Last of Us ones are.
Oh, 100%. I put a Velma video. I can make a Velma video half asleep and it's going to get 10,000 views, but I'll spend 2 hours making a Last of Us review, and I'm lucky if I hit 1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll still do it because I enjoy the show and it's fine. But I'm just saying, like, you got to ride the YouTube algorithm. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not a thing, you know?
Absolutely, you should. Again, like, there's no reason to be a martyr about this situation. Like, ride the algorithm. Like,
look, let me just tell you. Let me just tell you this way, okay? It basically, as long as you follow the trail of steaming manure, that is Hollywood Productions, we should be completely fine, and you should probably reach the path of enlightenment long before you review Last of Us, which will probably do very well.
Jesus Christ.
I literally, I want to see you fight Lenny.
Why the fuck would you want to see fight Lenny Henry?
Just because I want to see who lives and who dies.
to. But I already pointed out he was in Witcher Blood Origin. Wasn't that enough of a death sentence?
Yeah, it was. I'm surprised
Yeah.
they actually killed him again. It's crazy.
That
Did
is
they?
funny
I
as
never
hell.
even finished
They
it.
did.
That's
They kill him
hilarious.
off.
Bro, Hollywood is killing these diversity hires like crazy. It's crazy.
Oh,
like
that's great.
that's why I think it's funny. It's like a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you talk all this smack, bro. That entire, not to go off subject, but just quickly, that entire remember that trailer? It wasn't even a trailer. It was like a social media post or something where they were like top 10 reasons to watch The Witcher Blood Origin, and
Yeah.
all of them, like 8 out of 10 of them, were like diversity reasons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
literally, that 4-episode TV show killed every single one of their diversity hires in the show, minus the main
They did it so
black
quickly,
girl.
too.
They
Like-
killed everybody, bro. It's crazy.
That is hilarious.
They killed the deaf girl who didn't even have any lines, bro. They literally murdered her. They used
It-
her
it
to
was a
boost the
mute
power
girl.
of
Let's
the
be more
Was she
mission.
deaf or was
specific.
she mute?
It was
How's
a
a mute
mute.
girl gonna have lines?
Okay, be
Hypnotic?
inclusive, Hypno. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
mute.
Damn.
Okay, so
It's a
give her some
fucking
lines and see how she sounds. I'm just saying. I'm not being any sort of way. If it's just there's a reason why she can't. All right, I'm gonna get canceled for this, but I'm just
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
I like it.
demonetized.
I'm just
Hypnotic has been banned from Twitter.
Oh
shit.
god, this
You got me
entire
there.
stream is over. It's over.
Bot.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Over.
Fucking
Cancel.
bot stream already, bro.
I'm gonna have that nice little like yellow, demonetized dollar sign and stuff. You know.
Oh, you're gonna have those every time we put this stream. It's too
Oh, yeah.
hard. Like if
But
we
that-
all just decided not to be potty mouths, it would be strange. Like people
Yeah.
just leave. They'll be like, "What the hell's going on
What the hell
there?"
is
Oh, I'm
going
gonna
on?
leave.
What's wrong with them tonight?
I know.
Yeah, they think
I
they're
know.
sick or something. You
It's
know.
not working, obviously.
Amazing. But yeah, so like I said, it's interesting how they always they do these diversity hires and then they kill them off. You know, it's like
But-
it's
Yeah,
weird.
they never
also
give
like
them-
the theme of always creating this antagonism, right? With the other popular show, like Rings of Power was doing with Game of Thrones, with House of Dragons, and they're trying to at least get some traction by clinging into another popular IP and get some
Mhm.
some streams from there too. And this is like a desperate move. Instead of pointing out the quality that you have inside of your show, you always want to tear down the other building. So again, it's about
Right.
that mid-sized building that wishes to be the tallest building in town, and tearing down all the other buildings instead of just creating that one magnificent building.
Right, I agree.
It's a
And
waste of
but
human
this is what they do. They always try to aim for the ones who are doing it right versus the ones who are not doing it right. And it's such an easy concept, it's very easy. But
Yeah,
apparently
I am
for them it's
telling you,
not.
man, it is a sickness. They want to fucking get sick and die. It's like a fucking addiction. It's like freaking cocaine, but the wrong type of cocaine, not the good shit. It's the bad shit. Like what the hell?
The good shit, not the bad shit. Oh my
Like
God.
yeah. It was just like,
Yeah.
Is
What
Cocaine
else?
Bear on the good stuff or the bad stuff?
I think he's on the good stuff. He got lucky.
You have to ask his Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, where is
That's
cocaine?
like
Bear?
asking if Rick James is on the good stuff.
Oh man.
Bro. like,
Wow.
when does
It's cool.
Cocaine Bear come out? Wait, no, we're not gonna drift. Hold on.
No,
I'll
no,
look
no.
it up.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
bring up Velma. I'm
Yeah,
trying
let's
to
go
bring it up,
Velma.
but this stupid thing is giving me trouble because the stream, YouTube probably already knows. Like, no,
Oh.
can't do this.
Oh
can't,
my
can't talk about
God.
Velma again. You know,
I
But
can't.
basically,
Wyatt, damn
Velma
it.
is basically not-
Brought Cocaine Bear back again.
Right.
You woke him up. You were talking about cocaine. He got excited.
oh, I just
Yeah.
looked up. Wow, nice one, nice one.
Hey,
Very nice,
Chad,
Velma.
for those of you that don't know, yeah, Wyatt sometimes
Wyatt.
brings a friend over. His name is Cocaine Bear. He's going to star in the movie called Cocaine Bear, which
Yeah,
is based off a
literally.
real life story.
Comes over sometimes is a really odd way to have chained up in the backyard. But okay.
Trying to
Oh my
bring this
God.
up. God. Okay, I think I got it. All right, we're gonna play the best scene in the entire series. All right, here we go.
Oh, God.
Dude.
Which one is
Here we
this?
go. You ready? You already know.
Oh, no. Not the
You
shit.
already know. It's the best scene. So if I
Yeah,
get copyright right for this, then we better get some likes for this, man. All right, we hit 72
Yeah, I'll
likes.
hit
Let's
the
try to get
button.
to 100. Hit the like button because you're about to watch the best scene in the entire series. Here we go.
The movie Serpico is boring. What are you gonna do about that?
Nice.
Dude, when I was making my video, I had it paused right where you did, right before you started it. And I was filming my live reaction, so I didn't expect that at all. So as soon as I clicked hit play, the car hit her. I just busted out laughing so hard.
Dude, I saw this picture and I'm like, this is a thumbnail.
Oh,
All
yeah.
day long.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
I'm
a
gonna need
thumbnail.
that.
I did
Bro.
hear you say that. He was like, "This is the thumbnail," just so y'all know. This is the thumbnail.
Thank you for the thumbnail ideas. That oh god, my
That's some
bro.
good ones in there. Yeah.
It's like from episode 3. I think it was 3 that they did the scary Velma thing. I saw that. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thumbnail.
Yeah,
That
it was.
ended up being the thumbnail for like 12 of my videos, I think. Scary Velma. I'm pretty
Thanks,
sure.
Mindy. Thanks, Mindy. Appreciate it.
Mindy
Oh
Kaling.
wait, someone's demanding that you run her over again. We need to respect their
I have
wishes.
to watch that.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Yes, of
Why
Wait,
course.
not?
who typed that? Who typed that? Let me find
Zephyr,
it.
man, come on.
Where's Zephyr? I'm trying to find it. It's a one man. Oh, here we go. Run her
Man
over
operation.
again. Zephyr, this is for you, my friend.
Just made that sound.
Oh god,
Best
that never
thing
gets
ever.
old, man. That never gets old. I'm
It
telling
really
you, it's just-
doesn't.
it's the
Bro.
greatest thing in the world.
Bro,
What?
what is the freaking hate that Mindy has for band people? Like, holy shit! Like the flute competition that pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that
the
was
flute
nuts.
competition was terrible. No, literally terrible. Like I had to mute it because it was
Oh
so
yeah,
bad.
me too. I
Bro.
had to mute it. Also, it was painful.
Bro,
And I know
had
like they did
this.
that purposefully, obviously, because they wanted to show both of them, not being that great. But it's like, damn, you couldn't at least make it shorter. Like you didn't have to make this thing go on for 30 seconds
Or make it like
and kill
funny
my entire
somehow.
brain.
Bro, look, me and Coach can speak for all current and former flutists that
Right.
that was shit, and I felt extremely insulted and not included. Thank you, Coach. Take off your hat. That's right. We must pay our respects to all flutists out there. We value your hard work.
Zephyr
We
with
hate
another
fucking Velma.
$2 super chat. I appreciate you. Says I highly recommend beer for a Saturday night. There you go.
There you go,
Oh, yeah.
bro. That's
Thanks so much.
Wait, we got
Oh,
another one.
goodness.
Holy crap. We got more. Hold on. Zephyr with another $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Zephyr. And then we got Red Sings the Blues.
Aw.
Hey.
Good sir. Donation. See you tomorrow, Hypnotic. Yes, I will be on Red Sings the Blues channel tomorrow. So guys, do not miss it. It's gonna be awesome. Nice. So yeah. Now let's talk about episode 5 because we gotta do 5 and 6 within an hour. So and then we're gonna go to
Alright.
another. So episode 5 is basically Velma just admitting that she is a complete narcissist because she thinks she has complete control. Her and Gigi, ironically, but obviously Velma's the one we all hate.
Oh yeah.
She,
She. Bad.
But isn't that ironic though? Do you guys think this is on the nose, or do you think this is just like how they actually think, and it just happens to be on the nose?
I
Like
think
she
it's
like
both.
in terms of this because her spam texting Norville and saying that you gotta text me back now, text me back. What are you doing? Are you not answering my text? Meanwhile, she literally did that to Norville the first episode. She wouldn't answer his calls.
Right.
Right.
You guys
Yeah.
remember, or his DMs?
Like
You
this
know?
is basically something that I wanted to point out. They are trying to constantly create this artificial controversy in her behavior, right? I think Velma is like in an incredible loop of exploring controversy, what type of controversy it could be, right? Let's tear down everything. Let's trigger people continuously. Let's annoy them with some false facts and always like put them on the stand of, because they know exactly what we're discussing in private as well, what the news are bringing and what the public discussions are. So they are clinging on to that, right? They're using these real-time triggers to kind of drive the story and drive the controversy around the story instead of just writing a great story.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like
Hold on,
really
before we continue, guys, just wish
Yeah.
everybody General Vega happy birthday. Thank you for
Yeah.
hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, wish General Vega happy birthday. Wish him a happy birthday, damn it. Don't forget to like the stream as a birthday present to him. I promise it's for him. It's
happy
not for me.
birthday. By the
Happy
way, dude, don't worry. We are gonna take good care of you because I hope you didn't watch the show because otherwise we'll save your neurons. At least half of them I can guarantee. The other half I don't know.
No, burn them. Burn them all.
Burn them all. Burn it
We
down.
can't speak for ourselves.
Oh god.
If I can't save my brain cells, then I need to take some others with me.
Dude, I was backlogged on my video, so I had to do episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 at the same time, and I feel like I needed a lobotomy afterward. It was just painful.
Oh God, you did
That
you did
was a
recordings
lobotomy.
for that? Oh
Yeah.
goodness,
It
dude,
really is terrible.
No,
uh,
but
go
you know
back to
what? Is it episode 5 where Daphne? I don't want to jump all the way to like where Daphne is like figuring out who her parents are. Is that one? Because
Yeah.
I'm getting the
Yes.
updates from your channel. I'm
the
not
subplot.
watching. So that's that one. Yeah, like so when you were talking about that part, that's when I was like, this could have had an opportunity to be good
Mm.
if they didn't
Yeah.
fill it with so
I
much garbage. Because I actually found her part a little interesting that like she's trying to figure out who her parents are and they might be like murderers and who knows how this all might come together. So like it could have been something kind of interesting. I actually would think that Daphne's character is probably the most interesting one, which is funny because Mindy
Mhm.
Kaling is trying to make the brown girl more of the, of the star, but it still ends up being,
The Asian girl. Yeah.
oh, right, she's Asian, right? But still,
Yeah, but
like,
she's a white Asian.
You would
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know
very
she
white.
was if
She-
she
The
didn't say
ginger
that
Asian.
one line, you
She
would have
is
never
of
known.
the
Because here's the thing, so they're very,
Oh, yeah, I
they're
agree.
very woke, very progressive. They don't want to make an Asian character have the typical slanted eyes because they think that's going to be offensive. So they need to make it so, so it's kind of slanted, but at the same point, she can kind of honestly, she passes off for a white girl, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
She's
She-
old. I mean, but either way, like I said, I felt like she it could have been okay, but
I
they
agree.
just do too much because then Fred becomes like super feminist male and like it's extra like like extra bad on everything else. So then it's like never
super
mind.
ultra mega
But-
extraliciously
but
bad
my
feminist.
my one big issue with this entire show, other than obviously it's terrible, is that
existing.
it exists. Yeah, I mean,
Right, yeah.
but no, it's truthfully so. Think about it. So my issue with this show is that it's supposed to be a murder mystery, right? That's what
Mhm.
this is. The murder mystery has completely taken a sidestep. Like it's not
Yeah.
even the main like plot driving point. Velma's mother missing is the main plot driving point. And then now you have obviously little side, plot points here and there. But the whole thing is supposed to be about the murderous mystery, and only until the very end of episode 6 does it divvy back to that. But the 1st
Mhm.
6 episodes were almost nothing about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe
you
the first episode.
You completely
and that's
forget
it.
about it until it pops up at one point. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, unless
And-
and nobody's died recently, right? Because you have the 3 girls who died.
I don't know. They're all trying to kill each other all the time. Those girls are violent.
Yeah, they are, and
Yes.
we're gonna get
Oh
into
yeah,
that.
they're- all the women in the show are extremely violent.
Dude,
Like,
that school
like
needs to be like quarantined and nuked.
And I
Those
feel
little kids
also
are
the story
awful.
of Velma's father. I mean, potentially there was some sad fun in there exploring that, but again, it was in the end. Of course, it's just there are some things that work, and it feels they're working more out of a coincidence because all of a sudden the timing was good, but then they dissolve themselves again. And like you said, I mean, it's not focusing on the murder mystery at all. It's
written the exact same way as Glass Onion. It's totally the
Yes.
same.
Yes.
I have
And
not
the
seen
thing
Glass
is,
Onion
too,
yet.
No.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, okay, okay,
let's divvy
coach.
let's
Actually, I
divvy
mean,
back
I don't
to
know.
the,
You'll have fun, but yeah.
let's divvy back to the beginning because I want to kind of go through it a
Right.
little bit because this whole thing about her, the way that she's acting, and I don't, like I said, I don't know if this is like on the nose, that they're self-aware, maybe they are self-aware, I don't know, they genuinely act like this. We obviously know people who act like this, right? I think everybody does, but
I
she's
think we
very
all know one named Mindy Kaling.
yeah, we do. She's very manipulative the entire series, and especially to Norville, which I find hilarious. And that's why this scene is like, did you write this knowing this, or did you write this genuinely thinking that as a Velma person in this show, you actually would be bothered that Norville wasn't texting you back without realizing that you literally shit on this man the entire series, Like you shit on him the entire series. You obviously don't care about him unless you need something. She even mentions it, I think, towards the end of this episode. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"You're
she mentions
there
it a
for
lot,
me when
though.
I need you," that kind of a thing.
Yeah, there's a
Bro.
bunch of times where she like starts to notice that she's doing something wrong, and then she just keeps doing it.
Right.
Yeah, just-
No,
And-
and the worst part is that with this I don't know why they do this, but I think it's because she's trying to, I guess, capitalize on some things that happen in real life where
Damn.
there are these rare types of women that because they get a bunch of guys around them, a bunch of, I guess, simps, if you that's the word for it, they they react this way. When their favorite simp just starts to ignore them and starts to do something, they react this way. I don't know for who she knows that does this kind of shit, but she got it from one of her friends or someone that she knows.
Mhm.
Is there a man in this entire series that's not a simp? I'm trying to think.
No.
Fred's dad,
No.
Fred's dad is
Fred's dad's pretty
dad is
legit. I like
basically-
him.
Fred's
Yeah,
dad is
actually, that's a good
basically
point.
Andrew Tate. It is an amalgamation of fucking Andrew
And in a
Tate.
show like this, it's a nice refresh.
I know,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
literally.
true. It has also some Epstein facets, like
Yeah.
when he's
Yeah.
Velma Brown, it's like, oh,
I was
mean,
just
the
going
show-
for the full
This show has
cancellation.
been
I
told
know.
that from the
Come
very
on.
beginning. You guys
hell,
remember that
man.
first
Come on.
episode?
We got
Yeah,
Tate's
my
name
God,
being
man.
thrown out. We got Epstein's name being thrown out. Then we wonder why everything hits the fan. This is
Just
just-
throw
Oh,
Harvey
God.
Weinstein in there and fuck it. You know, we'll come full
God.
circle now.
What
the
is
triad
up with them
complete.
cutting this dude's legs off? By the way, like
I don't know, but he
noticed
grew them
this.
back.
He
must
grew
be-
them back
That's what it's-
twice.
Right.
The
He's
whole point of
Wolverine,
the
I
show
I
guess.
guess
is
it's like a
that,
gag.
He's got
like
that
you were
X
saying,
factor.
this is
Okay.
supposed to be a murder
What?
mystery. The whole point of the show is that like people are dying. It's supposed to be a bad thing, and then they just keep like decapitating, killing each other constantly, and don't even like phase each other.
And also the secret signaling. Sometimes they have some strange hand movements while they're saying certain lines that are kind of, too much of a coincidence, in my opinion. And there
Yeah.
are some, all
Really?
the wild behavior in the background. People are stoned the whole time, just laying somewhere. Some homosexual couples kissing all the time in the background. The
Jeez.
rooms are all messed up all the time. It's like,
What high school
You know,
is this? That's what I was
society
asking.
is-
For
myself.
real.
Like
High
I've
school
never-
death. I mean, this is ridiculous.
School-
I know,
I mean, it's
you
been a
like
while
this
since
right
I was in
now?
high school, but yeah, is it like
yeah,
this?
it's a bit.
I
Bro,
haven't
that
been in high
sounds
school
like-
in a while. I don't know.
Bro,
Yeah.
that sounds like an anime like school name. You know, the School of Death.
That's
where
what
you
this
go
school
from-
is. Everybody kills each other, literally. Even
Yeah.
even without the story of the murder mystery. Like if you had a real
Yeah.
murder mystery going on, I would be raking in all those kids because they're all suspects. Every
Yeah,
single
for
one.
real.
Oh,
Oh, so
Everyone
this is
sus.
school in Philly. Okay.
I mean, the
all
school
right.
is called Crystal High.
Philly.
Oh, Crystal High. What type of school is called
Oh
Crystal
my
High?
God.
I mean,
Look how she
Casey's
drew
already
Norville,
gone
by
after
the way.
Philly.
I think that's pretty funny. It's just like, wow, okay.
that's true.
Right. It's a little buckwheaty, but okay.
Little buckwheaty. So obviously, like you have the whole band tropes that I talked about. I thought this line was pretty funny, and people took offense to this line because you're like, "Oh, you're always making fun of the left," and I'm like, "It's just funny. It's just funny to me. That's all." Where they said, "Oh, on the speaker." Let me try to find it. Well, yeah, wait,
Oh,
where the
yeah.
officer said
Yeah,
this.
play
Let me
it,
see
'cause
if
I
it
wanna-
plays. Hold on.
I think we get it.
Oh, let me back up a little
No,
bit.
it's we got to back up like I think.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Everybody, listen up. We just learned someone somewhere is being intolerant.
One of the few times I laughed in this
No,
show.
I thought that was funny.
I thought that was funny too, actually.
Yeah,
I
it was
thought that was
hilarious.
actually a
Now
good,
that
funny
is
line.
good.
You
Yeah.
get a
Because
point,
that's being self-aware. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like all these cancel culture, crazy people online, like who are constantly claiming that we need to be tolerant, guys. We need to be
Right.
inclusive and all this stuff. And they have a whole bunch of like happy emojis in their bio, but they're the first ones to just go rabid
Happy
dog on
Oh,
someone.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
exactly who
man.
they're just making fun of, and I just
Right.
people took offense to it. I was like, all right,
The
whatever.
happy
I think it's
emojis.
funny.
That is good. I like that.
Yeah,
Also,
that
the
was
couple
that was the
sitting in
only
Walmart,
good
right?
line in this entire show so far, aside from Velma getting hit by a car, but that's not a
Yeah,
line
that's
anyway. So.
You get a +1, Velma.
There's
Okay, you
some
get a +1.
self-irony here and there, some sparks of self-irony.
Oh yeah, and then this whole thing too about the cops
Oh.
quitting. I thought this was funny. The
Oh,
cops,
God.
not for the show's sake, but
strange.
I just thought this was like
Right.
so not true. But the cops all quitting because they were getting sexually harassed by the girls.
Like, is this what high school's like?
What kind of
Yeah,
Yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, chat, again, high school girls apparently are sexually harassing cops.
literally.
I don't know how.
It's called
Literally.
Crystal High for a reason.
Coach is stuck on that Crystal High, man.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is it
it's
called?
an odd
Crystal
name.
High. Oh God,
Yeah.
coach.
So I
Oh,
thought
man.
that was pretty ironic. But yeah, they definitely do the whole overly sexualization of kids in this
Yeah, it's
this entire
very,
series.
very
It's kind of weird.
strange. I
Bro,
was
they
saying
even
before, like,
give the. Oh no, go ahead.
well, so, when there's a lot of like cartoons that are adult themed and everything, when they have like sexual stuff, drug use, whatever, it's usually like college aimed.
Right.
The whole choice to
Yeah.
make it high school is what makes the whole thing so weird.
Well, a lot of people were saying if this show took place in college, that it wouldn't be like half as bad because
Yeah.
at least the ideas you can kind of pass off as stupid college humor. But you're
Right.
trying to make this as and these are not like senior year girls. These are like
Yeah.
freshman,
14 and
sophomore year girls. So it gets extra weird when you throw that in. But yeah, if these were just college girls, then you could throw up, all right, it's stupid college humor,
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
We've seen that before. But it's like, what the fuck? You know, like what are you doing?
Probably that
And my
was
question is
supposed
this:
to Scream, right? Because they thought, oh, no, it's not have like another.
Actually, yeah, American Pie is a great example of that. Stupid
it's literally
college humor,
American
you know?
Pie. Yeah, you're right, but it's worse. Like American Pie is great. This is not great. And just a quick note, whoever they told to draw this, they either enjoyed it or were forced under against their will to draw like
at
the blonde
gunpoint.
girl. Okay. The blonde girl literally looks like she got some freaking Miami blonde girl butt implants.
Yeah, it's
God.
interesting.
Oh
Actually,
no.
Here we go. Yes,
Not this
feminist, feminist Fred,
Shirts.
feminist
Oh,
Fred.
God.
Feminist Fred is I gotta tell you, it's probably one of the most like insulting bastardizations of a cartoon character that I grew up
Yeah.
watching.
It's such a strange choice too. It's like beating up someone for no reason.
Yeah,
Well, they
literally.
hate him, you know, what he represents, a white man.
Yeah, they
Growth
definitely
on.
My
hate him.
God, Fred takes the beat.
Yeah, like there was nothing bad about him in his original character. He didn't have like any toxic traits, I don't think.
No, he never
They
did.
never do.
Well, no, it was self-implied toxic traits. So it was the fact that everybody liked Fred. It was the fact that the girls always liked him. It was the fact that he would actually come up with a lot of the ideas, even though he wasn't the only one. But the fact that he had the caucasity to come up with any idea.
Caucasity.
Basically
you
the
sneaky
problem.
boy,
You
you
know what I'm
sneaky
saying?
boy.
And
I had
there's
to use a term that I've learned as I'm scouring through Twitter. Right, give me a
That's
break.
right.
What?
All right.
That's a term? Holy
Yeah, it's
shit!
a
I had
term.
no
You never
idea.
heard of caucasity? God damn,
No.
man, you
Hell no.
uncultured.
He's a
dragon.
dragon
Right.
who
Hell
watches
no!
bad
I just
entertainment.
fucking
Bothering
burn
you,
shit
I mean,
down as I come across it and eat
below your
fucking
level.
idiot dwarfs. Wait, what do you?
I don't know if you catch
I
that
am.
detail, but there is like this peculiar way of how his
Hey.
Fred's
Oh,
bell
yeah.
always looking. The bell there is like the end of the bell always like twisted and it's looking it's pointing down. That is a subliminal message that he's right. He's not a performer in a sexual way. That is like always to show he's always
Oh
hanging.
yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
right.
bro, I didn't even
I
catch
didn't.
that.
Yeah, I would have never caught
Coach,
that.
why didn't
Damn,
you make
Coach.
a damn review? Point this shit out. Even
Fucking
I didn't
coach,
catch it.
man.
Wait,
Always
what? Like-
outplaying us, man. God damn it, Coach. Well, you're forgiven for the Epstein comment now. Yeah, that was good. That was good, Coach.
Oh, good.
But yeah, so I mean, listen, feminist Fred is, and the funny thing is, we saw this coming from the beginning because it was his whole entire character arc in this show. He starts off as a typical toxic white man who's rich and has everything and privilege and all this stuff. Then he happens to basically push Velma away, never give her the time of day. Ultimately, for him to fall in love with Velma after becoming a feminist, only for her to reject him because she needs to have a girl boss moment. This is
Right,
basically
like-
all Fred was made for.
I
Oh,
was. I
real
said.
quick.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
No, real quick. Okay. So for all of my dudes and dudettes out there and everything in between that are attracted to girls, please, for the love of God, never stoop down to this level to get into a girl's pants. Okay. It's not worth it. Just move on. We are doing this. I'm telling you this for your own good. This is a
Well, this is the
PSA.
nice guy trope. Him,
Well, it
and
clearly
you know what?
doesn't
I'm
work.
glad that they addressed it somewhat. I think it's in episode 6 they addressed it with Norville, where he basically stops being a nice guy and
Mhm.
tries to be a bad boy, and it fails anyway. But the point is, like, this is the nice guy trope. These are the guys, the male feminists who'll be like, yeah, no, we need to, women's rights, all that stuff. They'll be the first one to claim that they're on the women's side, and they're just a friend. No, I don't want anything from you. Absolutely
yeah.
not. No, we're just friends.
course.
And then the moment you're alone together at night,
yeah.
watching Netflix and you happen to drink one too many, all of a sudden there's a hand going somewhere it shouldn't, and now that little friend is gonna get pissed when he gets rejected by the same girl.
The fucking hand. You have to point out the hands.
My bad. I was waiting for you to add that.
I love that
part.
scenery,
I'm
though,
like,
man. Go on. What happens with the hand?
I'll tell you, I can write a whole fucking
no
thing.
girl is going to be excited about like a guy like this. It's gonna be like, oh, you got to go. Oh, you was trying to do what? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gay.
Hey, oh, bro, look. Oh, wow, dude, look. All I can say is this. All right, these people, they're like the we have the outgoing fuck boys, and then we have the introverted fuck boys, which are usually these the majority are the male feminists. We all know this. Okay,
yeah.
There's no beating around the bush. That's just how it is. Most of these dudes are just doing this or saying all this stuff to get into a girl's pants.
And I
the
can
very few that
guarantee
do
they're not
support
getting
it, they're unique people that the majority of them are not even like these crazy dudes.
Dude,
So it's kind of strange.
The majority of guys I know or know of that have like had creepy shit go on or are like creeps like that have exactly been that, have been like the male feminists, have been the ones that are always posting about like empowering women and everything. It's always those guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what happened to romance? What happened to just listening to music and fall in love? What happened to just, two people kind of catching fire for each other? No words, no sections, no preconceived.
Have you heard the music these days, Coach?
It's like, Coach, you're really showing your age here.
What's wrong with people? I mean, I guess I'm a feminist.
Those ideals went out of
Coach is
style
having a
about
boomer
200
moment,
years
everyone.
ago.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not a boomer moment.
Sometimes my old soul is taken, is
You've been reading Tolkien too much. That was a different time.
Oh
It
yeah.
has
was
to be
a different
updated for a
time.
modern audience.
Yes,
Bro.
it has been updated for a modern audience. So sad.
Look,
But,
guys.
yeah,
I'm
go
the
ahead, guys.
target audience. Okay, I'm supposed to be the susceptible, 18 through 25-year-old range that they're supposed to
God.
rein in. I don't fall for that shit. Neither should you.
No,
Don't
but
fall for it.
on a serious
No.
note, I mean, that was Disney's magic for a long time, even though they did some evil shit in the background, as we know. But they made us believe that two animals could have like a romantic moment, right? In on the screen. We would believe it, right? Think
Right.
about all these beautiful animal movies they did, those animated movies that were crafted like in such a way that you could really feel the charm and the romanticism going on for the moment, and you would like blush with them. And it's crazy because they're just, freaking animals, and they're just drawn.
This
Here,
comment is great.
It's
Yeah, that's totally accurate.
genius.
That is accurate. Oh my
You're
god, that's so accurate. It hurts. Look at that.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, hold on. We need
Basically,
Casey's
men's songs
comment
are
on
all
this.
about. Wait, what? Go ahead.
Casey was going to say some.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
I
Read
just
it.
said, is it really accurate? I mean, I guess that's the love song.
Oh,
That's
it's
the songs,
accurate.
but in real life, it's not. If real people aren't really like, as far
Hypnotic.
as I don't know. I don't want to get into anything.
not always.
But
No, that's-
anyway,
Zephyr with another super sticker. Thank you so much, Zephyr. I appreciate you.
that's for killing it tonight.
Spamming the hell out of us with super stickers. We're at 140 concurrent viewers, guys. Amazing. Let's keep going. We're at
You guys are
113 likes. Let's try to get it to around 120-ish, 130-ish.
We now have more concurrent viewers than the Velma series.
Let's smash the
Yes.
smack button. Let's
So
smash
yes,
it.
smash the like that. Splat the like button, y'all.
Smack the
Oh my
smack
god,
button.
splat the like button.
Roast
Yeah,
that
that's
like
my-
button, okay? Because I like to roast shit. So you better
Mhm.
roast some shit too.
Let's fast forward real quick. So Velma does the typical girl thing where the guy that she ignored, once that guy actually finds another girl, now all of a sudden she wants to show interest. And
Oh yeah, I called
Gigi,
that.
who originally people thought this was going to be Scooby. I thought I really
Hey, we all
gotta
all
admit,
thought the same.
did
It's
they
okay,
draw
man.
I
They
was
said
hoping.
Scooby Doo once in this whole series, and it was actually a good moment how they placed it, like Scooby Doo, right? Like when
Yeah.
that was.
That
But
would've
they
been
said
nice.
it once in this whole.
I really
It's one of
wish
the
that they
few
went
moments.
full on and made this girl Scooby.
I
I'm
was
telling
hoping
you,
so, dude.
I
wanted
was
to throw, like,
hoping.
What do you
snacks
mean
on the
make this girl
ground.
Scooby?
Because there was a rumor going around online that they made Scooby Doo into a female black girl, and this was the girl. So I was looking forward to it. I'm like, this is great. This is gonna give me like my first 100,000 view video. Like, come on, let's go.
Mr. Ho with the glasses, just hold on a minute. You've got to understand something.
What
there
did you
is
call me? A
little
what with the
problem.
glasses?
Yes, of course. That's what you are. You call me a dragon hoe whenever you want. So
Oh, a
just
hoe with the
accept it.
glasses. Okay, I thought you said
Well,
something else.
no,
Bad.
sorry. You're the mast. You're the mast hoe. I'm sorry, I confused you with somebody else. My bad. Well, anyway, all I can say is this: don't expect them to do something so intelligible as making her name sound like Scooby Doo. Okay, these twats are not that good. Okay, they're not. So
But
just
I wish they were, Slayer. That's
but
the
they're
thing.
twats.
This is
They're
I
what
would have
happens
had you
incredible
when-
make a
twats.
video at
Just
that
I
point.
would have had a field. Do you understand? I would have had a field day, an
We all
absolute
would've
fucking
had
field day.
it.
I would have found a way to split one video into 5 and
Yeah.
all talking about the same thing. I'm telling you, like
Look,
I
we
would
all
have
would
went
have had a
crazy
great
with it.
field day, but unfortunately, we're not going to have it. These twats fucked up really bad. Okay,
So everybody watches
Oh
right
my god,
now.
this is a great idea, and
Right.
that would explain why Norville Shaggy loves
Oh,
Scooby so
God,
much.
No, no,
T-Jab,
fuck no.
you fucking wrote the
Damn
show
it.
for me, bro. This is
Damn it,
great.
Steve. You
Wait,
Oh my
reverted me
God.
back.
They are
They
going.
could do that. They can do
What if
that.
that
They haven't
happens?
s-
What if she like dies or something and have to save her brain, so they put it in a fucking dog?
They
Right,
put her in the
right,
fucking
right.
dog. That
That
would be
God.
fantastic.
Why
That
you
was
made me think some
so
terrible
awesome.
shit?
Oh
T-Jab.
my God.
Come
That's
on.
not my fault.
I didn't even
Bro,
go that
fuck
crazy.
this
I didn't
show
even.
this happens.
I like
And
that.
they were talking about that in episode 6, how they were transferring brains for. Oh my god, T-Jab.
Right,
Holy
right.
shit,
Oh
dude.
god.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you guys.
Oh
so,
god.
So, wait.
Oh man.
Wait.
Oh
Wait,
god.
wait,
Oh man.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold
My
on,
mind's blown.
hold
Go
on.
ahead, talk.
Okay, so are you telling me that
Why are you
So
whispering? It's
uncomfortable
Velma
with you
show
whispering in my ear
is
and wearing
going
headphones.
So
to
creepy.
Yeah, I know.
It's like you work
Do
for
think,
Disney.
Well, shit, I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking pedo, but well, all I was gonna say is, do you think they're gonna imply secretly, if that does ever happen, that Mr. Norville is into that nasty shit with animals? I hope.
No,
I
they might make the
sincerely
joke though. They
hope
might make the
not.
joke.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be
really
surprised.
hope
They've made
not.
all kinds of jokes. I wouldn't be
Yeah, I
surprised
know.
if they throw in a
Weird,
bestiality
strange
joke.
jokes.
You
Yeah.
have
Make
now
it-
received ASMR from your friendly dragon.
I
God,
hope
No,
so.
but
that's why I
seriously,
felt
T-Jab,
so
that
uncomfortable.
is-
I hate that shit.
That is an idea. I'm telling you, man. You need to like.
the segment's already, the video's already made. Like,
No, this
so
stream
y'all
has
look out
been
for these.
watched since the first
Yeah, it's doing
6
this
minutes.
voice. It kind of gives me goosebumps.
Oh yeah, these live streams are never monetized. If it wasn't for the super
No.
chats, it'd be like 0. I'm telling you.
Actually, no, bro. At least you get limited ads, which is something good. They don't get
Yeah,
That's good,
limited.
though.
Limited. You know what limited means for them, right?
Oh
It's like
yeah,
one
limited
ad.
is shit, but it's
Mhm.
better
5
than
cents.
full on.
I'm
Yeah,
feeling some type of way about her hair. That is so stereotypical of me. Like,
It's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
yeah.
weird.
That's what I was gonna ask.
the black girl, like, why her hair look like
It's fully
That looks like
shaved.
an expensive hairdo. Tell me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, Casey.
No,
Yeah.
that is ugly. Like, they are
Yeah.
so
Ugly
racist
type?
when they make this show. They
Yeah,
made
Casey's
her
having a
Oh,
field
God.
day with the hair.
Yeah,
Bro,
'cause they made her like bald-headed scallywag. Like, oh my
What about
god.
the makeup though?
ball-headed scallywag.
Yes,
He's a pirate.
that's something from. I'm so much older than you, Dragon. It's ridiculous, but
Should have looking like Freddie
Oh,
Jackson.
don't worry. I know she's a scallywag.
like,
Terrible
God.
scallywag.
like
Oh, such a
Norville has
terrible
better hair than
scallywag.
her. Like, oh my god. All right.
No,
Okay.
Norville's got a fucking crystal growing on his head. What is that? Like,
I mean, he
that's
does,
not-
but like,
Yeah.
Oh
but
hell
he
yeah,
doesn't
he's got a.
Face,
look
I
like
mean,
he has
face.
alopecia in between. Like, come on. Like, that is not what braids look like. I had braids.
Alopecia.
Yeah, that looks weird.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, to stay on topic, that his hair looks like a freaking crystal geode cluster,
Yes.
but whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like the geode from the mines.
crystal
Well, look
Yeah,
at
right?
his eyes,
All
dude.
over
He's
you.
rolling it. That's why
Breaking
he's so
Bad.
like wired.
Oh yeah. He was surprised he got someone to like him. That's what it is. He don't care
Yeah.
about the hair.
Yes,
What- I don't even know what to call that
scallywag
here.
metal.
Well, she has a mouth anyway. Like,
Oh goodness.
But I'm stuck on the makeup though because the makeup is wild.
nobody's-
But yeah, some of it is kind of wild.
Yeah,
Purple
the makeup
eyes,
is wild.
purple
I
lips.
yeah.
Why do
It's
they make her
kinda
eyes so
funny.
damn big too?
Well, yeah, but you know what's even worse? Like Velma throughout the entire show is always depicted as like this complete and utter piece of crap person that looks completely unappealing, and her personality reflects that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like I'm just thinking to myself, this is not only the worst show ever, but it's also like the perfect case study
Right?
for any psychologist doing research into how
Right.
our inner emotions affect our outer reality. This is genius
Yeah, that's a
Right.
good
on
way to put
both
it, actually.
levels.
That's
I
what I
have
said.
never
There's a
seen
lot of life lessons that you can take out of this show for sure.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Let me call out the super chat, guys, from good old Kilo 10400. I always forget. God, it's
Arabian
It's the
dollars, man.
Emirates. It's the Emirates, isn't it?
That's about 100
Oh, is it?
something-ish dollars. So
Yeah.
It's
that's
the Emirates.
The
It's the
Arab
Emirates.
Emirates.
bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
What the heck?
I always forget, but thank you, Kilo 10 for 400. Something Emirates because I'm stupid and I always forget. Appreciate you. There's the live streams on the
Hey,
best
guys.
part of this
Respect for
channel.
American.
Shut up. Live streams are the best part of the channel. Love you guys.
American
Monetize
Eastern
this.
domain dollars.
It's giving a
The
drawing.
The theory with Gigi is too spot on. I'm scared now, dude. I'm not scared at all. I will run with it. I
I
will run
am
with
very
it.
terrified.
Coach, go ahead. You got the drawing?
Yeah, let's get.
Oh.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's complete
Wow.
now.
Wow. God, what's that
My
say?
eyes
Hong
were
Kong?
That says
Yeah.
Hong Kong, right?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's amazing.
God,
Man.
Oh,
coach.
that is a genius.
We'll start the
dragon.
bidding at $1,000.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, what are
Super
you talking
chat
about?
bids for Coach MC.
Yeah, you will have the physical copy mailed to you within 2 weeks. It got to travel overseas for now. Very soon for all U.S. residents.
With a signed copy of Velma.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Oh, come on.
don't do that.
Somebody
sis.
said
And the value dropped.
$200. $50.
That's some
Please.
nice coloring, Kilo says.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Telling you, it's fantastic. But yeah, no, I'm actually all for that idea. I think that idea is fantastic. I think they should do the brain swap thing, put it into a dog, which would explain why the dog talks, first off. And then second off, it'll
Oh my
explain why
God.
Shaggy is so close to the dog.
The
I'm
more
telling
you
you, this
say
is
this is like, yeah, this
it's
is what's gonna
fucking
happen. You're fucking
genius.
right. You're
This
100%
would be-
right.
I'm telling you.
I
Probably
would
the
legit
chicken.
give them
No.
credit just for going full on crazy.
Black liberals will be going off like, they said we are dogs. They put a black girl. This is white supremacy. Like,
You're right.
oh,
Yes,
man.
Diddy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with it.
They took a strong black female and literally
Yeah.
turned her into
But
a
here's
dog.
you know what's so annoying though? Like I would be like, well, yeah, this is what liberals do, but they would
Yeah.
be like, this is white supremacy. These are the MAGA Trump. Like, no, Mindy Kaling made this show. Okay.
No,
No, but you know there's going to be two sides to it. Just and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're both on the same side, but they're shilling for two different reasons. So you're going to have one side that's going to be like, oh, the Mindy Kaling's Velma is the latest example of white supremacy internalized, and
Yep.
then that's going to be one side. The other side is going to be like Mindy Kaling's Velma is the reason why we should make shows like this or something along those lines. Like this shows a true what's the word I want to use? Like
This
we
is why
need
we need
to
progression
do
or
this
whatever.
in order to point out the terrible social issues occurring
want
in
them
our
to do it.
modern world today. Because as we all know, there is such a thing as high schoolers randomly killing and causing mayhem in your local public school. And also,
There actually
we're
is
going to
such a thing.
show a very dark-skinned black woman, maybe, hopefully not, get turned into a dog by having her brain transfused with a dog's head. And then we're going to have her light-skinned boyfriend do nasty things to her to point out how bad bestiality and animal mistreatment truly is. Thank you for your time.
I'm for this idea. I'm happy T-Jab said it. Now I'm going to be looking forward to it. And if I don't get it, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
Right.
Highly disappointed.
Oh, goodness.
Because I thought something was weird when they were talking about how the whole brain swapping thing. And I was like, maybe Velma's mother's brain got swapped into something else or something along those lines. You know what I mean? But damn, that's a good idea, man. Make Gigi the freaking dog. That's
Bro, it might not
awesome.
even happen, but if it does, we are all geniuses.
No,
And
T-Jab's a genius. He
T-Jab
came
is-
up with
he
it.
is.
bro, you're right, T-Jab, you're a
I'm
genius,
just being
man.
T-Jab's a man.
You're a genius. You're right, bro.
100%.
What the hell, bro? These suits, like
So can you believe they brought
This
back
is
Captain
so
Caveman?
weird.
Captain
Yeah, but
Caveman.
that
What
is
the hell
what-
is that,
You don't know what
I'm
Captain
sorry.
Caveman is?
bro? I have lived
Oh,
in 3 different
shit, bro.
countries.
Hold
Please
on.
tell
Let
me
me-
what
let
the
me
hell
bring
is this?
this
I don't
shit
know
up.
everything. See,
me
even
bring
Coach has
this
no
up.
idea.
Hold on. Captain Caveman, bro?
That
What?
coach has no-
Captain
Coach,
Caveman.
I could understand
Will
Coach
you-
not knowing. I could understand Coach
Will
not
you
knowing.
please explain to all of
Captain
us
Caveman,
foreigners
her
what
parents-
the hell is this shit?
Her
that you
parents are
called-
dressed as Captain Caveman.
I
Yeah.
thought it
Oh,
looked
this
familiar.
shit! I
Now I
have seen this
remember.
thing. I had no idea it was called Captain Caveman. Oh my bad. I am so sorry. Yes, I remember this thing. It's kind of weird.
This
I
is your
remember it.
mind on Velma,
Really
folks. This is
watching
what happens if you watch
Yes,
the
your
episodes all
mind-
the way
It's
through.
created by the same person who created Scooby, Hanna-Barbera.
No, you cannot be
did
kidding.
create a lot
Oh,
of
you're
shit.
right. Oh wow, shit. That is
Yeah,
that
see?
is that is terrible. That is.
He looks
terrible.
exactly
Oh,
like the It uncle from the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Yes, he does look like that. Oh god. The-
That's the sound.
Wow.
It's like the first Chewbacca version.
Wait,
It wasn't
wait,
Yeah.
stretched out like. "Whoa."
That's how he
First
used to talk.
Oh,
Chewbacca.
god.
Yo, I can't remember that much of this. Yo, you guys are taking me way back, but I
What-
know
Yeah.
I've seen this cartoon like
How
once.
far are we taking you back? That's what I want to
Captain
know.
Captain Caveman's going way back.
Very
Mhm.
much
Like
way
what?
back.
How long back are we talking about?
God.
I've seen a
Long
lot of
back.
old Hanna
Long
Barbera
enough.
cartoons, but for God's sakes, I don't
Long
know
enough.
them
I
all.
don't want to say to admit my age. There you go.
Right.
long enough.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I'm the youngest one here. It's okay. I have
Course,
seen old
very
shit
much
too, anyway. So
Not
what
with
does
the
it
way you're
matter?
talking, fucking Gandalf over here.
What are you talking about? Why am I? Wait, why are you calling me Gandalf? What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well,
they
what
brought.
am I, Latino Gandalf?
I don't know. You keep changing your voice. I have no idea what you are.
Oh,
So-
don't.
So
worry.
we're gonna
It's
go. We're
so
gonna go to the
fine.
side plot now. So we got
Okay,
Daphne
okay.
looking for her parents, which end up being criminals. That's always great. Oh, I love this line.
Yeah.
So they
Mhm.
this line kind of pissed me off because they take any opportunity to make Fred sound stupid. Listen to what he says. It's just dumb.
Oh,
You know what this is.
yeah.
Use an RPM and the Bachelor's brilliant finale is at 10, so no messing around.
So we're going to the hysterical society? Then why will you need my
Aw.
help making you laugh?
It's historical society.
Fuck you, Velma.
I swear
okay, I
these
love
jokes
history.
are written by a
Fuck you.
computer.
It's definitely written by a computer. It has to be because
Yeah.
it's either that or you could just
Like-
imagine like 10 writers all around the same desk, right, in a conference room, and they're just high-fiving each other anytime they come up with some shit like this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's
women too. That's it's just it has to be like just
Mhm.
happy to do this to this
What?
character. It's terrible. Like
why is she taking it? You know what? I've been asking myself this question ever since I watched these two episodes, these two new ones back to back today. So what is the obsession with taking a jab, at least in this episode, at a super obscure, not obscure, but like really old Al Pacino movie and freaking historical societies or history in general? What is this obsession of just taking a jab at them? Like it's not even
Because
like
you
a
have
funny
to
one.
tear down everything that's old. You have to tear down everything that has tradition, everything that is
That's actually a good
substantial in
answer.
some matter. You
Actually,
have to
yeah.
ruin that, deconstruct that. I mean, the whole show it's just in your face. Let's tear down. Let's fucking
Everything.
deconstruct Scooby-Doo to the ground, so it makes no sense anymore. Nobody dares to watch it or to touch it, the old original material, because that stuff actually kind of contains some culture, some craftsmanship, some love, and that will eventually inspire people. We don't want that to happen, so let's stay with
No, yeah.
oppressive, victimhood, vulgarly, sexually, overly sexualized series that makes no sense, and it's just a complete, it's just a line of controversy and just playing trigger cards here and there instead of telling like a compelling story, right?
But I
Yeah.
would be okay. I would be okay with the over sexualization if this, like I said, if this was a college theme
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense.
There would be no
Right,
awkwardness behind it. Then it would just be
right,
it would
yeah.
just be crude. You know what I mean?
But
That's all. That's all it would
like,
be.
like 30 seconds into the first episode, they had this violent, nude, overly sexualized scene,
Children.
right? Children,
Basically,
right?
yeah.
Like, I don't know, Desperate Housewives. I mean, where's the sense?
Desperate Housewives.
And then they make another white man bad joke. Listen to this.
Places like this help skipgates learn which white actors are descended from slave owners. If there's any record of
Oh yeah.
God.
Great. Oh my god.
Because clearly it's only white actors that are descended from slave owners. You know what I'm saying?
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
oh,
There,
you
there
know
was
what?
never
Yeah,
a
brother.
non-white person that was a slave owner. Never.
That's
no.
right. That's right, brother.
No. And to the-
We're
Yeah,
all,
like that
all the
comment,
slave owners. We're
I thought
white.
they took it a little too far with that one though. Like, cause I'm like, that's
That's
not
stupid.
true. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
what
yeah,
the
it's not
fuck, y'all
true.
are going too
not true.
far. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just only, like we have to dig into white people so bad. Let's bring up slave owners.
Do you not
like,
remember the Woman King drama?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It
No,
doesn't
I
have
went
to be
viral on the
true.
Woman King drama. I did, but I wasn't. Y'all should have had me on around that time. Oh man, I was
Oh
so good.
no,
I
yeah,
went
we,
viral.
we
It
would
doesn't.
we would have needed you.
It doesn't have to be true because the whole point of stuff like
I
this
know,
is
I
to
know, I know. I'm
eventually make it true for the future. So they
Yeah,
know like
right.
this slow indoctrination will make people think that this is the actual truth
Yeah.
eventually. And when the people who know the truth die off, it's good. This is going to be the new truth like 30, 40 years from now.
You're
As
absolutely
they
right.
keep doing it. So that's why they do it. It doesn't have to be true at all.
If it doesn't crash before it makes it, because at this
My
point
bad,
it just
yeah,
looks like it's crashing at like fucking
Oh shit, Shaggy's in the fucking
Hey,
chat.
Shaggy
holy
came on the-
shit!
The real Shaggy.
He got
What's
Oh,
up,
out.
Shaggy?
shit.
Hey,
Holy
guys,
fuck!
what's up?
We got a celebrity here, guys.
Yes.
Oh,
finally.
Shaggy, where's Scooby Doo? Damn it.
yeah, where's
There's
Scooby, man? And don't tell me he got his
He's not on
freaking
the
brain
show. He
transplanted
saved
with
himself.
a human woman. Okay,
Scooby Doo somewhere's hitting the like button.
Scooby Doo's
So maybe everybody
is a
else
dog. He could sniff out this shit from.
I
a mile
like that
away.
answer.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo is somewhere hitting the like button. It's a
Like
fucking
that.
great answer, man.
and Shaggy is somewhere roasting some great likes as well. So come on.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and do what Scooby
We're at the
does.
highest concurrent viewers we've ever had, and we need to get this like button up so that we can get even higher. Let's go, boys and
And
girls.
Mindy's gonna get away with it too if you don't subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
That's right. If you don't subscribe to all of our channels, because guess what? We all cover this shit too.
We
Absolutely.
go through hell for you.
Exactly.
All links are in the description
There's
box.
another
below.
little detail here.
Exactly.
The doctor is called Perdu, no? Perdu is French and it means
Perdu,
lost.
yeah.
So the doctor they're searching for, who is a
Is
mystery, who's
lost.
lost, his name is lost. So there's
Yeah, you're right, Peldu. Yeah,
Doctor. Oh
That's-
wow, I had no idea about that.
I love Coach. He got it with the international. He's
Point
like,
out something. I mean, there needs to be like some reason for me to be here on the show.
What do you mean? No,
You're here for
Coach.
you
Yeah,
to do
you're
everything,
here to
coach.
draw.
Well, you do
Yeah.
everything. You even do freaking.
You have
You're
great
our
intros. You have
power
great outros.
criticisms.
You have great drawings, right? You
Right.
fucking act your fucking ass off. I was gonna say something else, but
Yes.
I don't want to
I
be vulgar.
have to do more. I have to do more. I
He's
know
got really good hats, guys.
While we're swimming through the sewer of wokeism, you're our mandatory break to have art back every now and then. That's why you pop up the drawings. It helps refresh and cleanse us.
yeah,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You're our
I
breath
was
of fresh
for
air.
air for a little bit. You know, yeah. Thank you.
It's like, you know, when you're playing a certain part in the video game and you're walking through an area with corruption and you're about to hit your max in a bar, and then all of a sudden you just like walk into a holy
Yeah.
space.
Yeah,
Coach is
Yeah.
in holy space, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Coach is
He
literally
gives us a
the-
drawing and it's like, oh, all right, we're back down to zero. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
Coach is
no
literally the
goodness
Dark
out here,
Souls
people.
bonfire.
we
Okay,
definitely have to do hypnotic session drawings and kind of sell them for the people out there. We definitely have to think about that for
Oh, yeah.
this year.
100%. I don't like Velma. Damn it. K-Dub. Lies. I like what Velma does for the channel. That I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
you know.
he
yeah, I'm
likes
not
how
gonna
much
lie
of a
about that.
steaming pile it is.
Trolling.
Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff.
It's a,
But,
it's a very wonderful pile of shit.
Yeah, this line
is
in particular,
wonderful.
this whole white slave owner thing line, I was like, wow, really? Like that was just
Wow.
Yeah,
there's
like-
there's no
Insane.
point. Like
It
I know
is-
why you did it, but there's no point.
I wish I could meet her. I would be like, what was what
Right.
happened?
Oh,
What I was
wait,
gonna
look
say
at-
too.
Look at this shit with a caveman, bro. Really?
Yeah, I'm
This
gonna
is
play
childish.
this in a second. But one thing I wanted to say is that everybody's voice in this show just is so off
It's
for the
flat.
character they're
It's just
playing.
flat.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
flat, and I'm actually kind of worried, like when they introduce Scooby Doo, because I feel like his voice is gonna be fucking weird. Like he's not gonna be what we know. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're gonna make him talk like just a regular dude.
They
It's gonna be
definitely are.
strange. It's gonna be really strange, and then he's gonna probably be like Master Roshi level kinky. You know what I'm saying? Like just like ultra fucking
Oh,
weird.
But Master
That'd be
Roshi is likable.
Master Roshi is likable. That's true.
Yeah,
And
he's a
here-
likable anime and old man anime perv who is sometimes very good.
And Scooby's probably gonna identify as like a they them most likely.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
God,
Yeah, that's a
no.
good, he said he. Yeah.
I'm an it right now.
I don't know why I enjoyed this part where she was like about to get choked out by her.
Well, whenever
visions.
you're watching her suffering, it's always nice.
It's always the,
as we were
it's
saying,
always
breath fresh
so
air.
great.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think they were gonna
great.
choke her. They were gonna like snap her neck. Like that's like,
But
Yeah.
honestly, so the hallucination thing, just from a pure critic standpoint, like forget the trashing of the show. I know it's fun, but from a pure critic standpoint, the hallucinations serve zero purpose. I feel like they take you completely out of what's going on. They're such a trope. I don't think they do anything to
Right.
actually further the story other than just annoy you. It's like
And
there's
it
just
kind of
nothing about it.
and it
Right.
kind of mocks mental illness in a way.
Mhm.
It
Also-
Oh,
really
it does.
No, you're right.
I'm
It's
so
an entire
she
show
would
mocks
lose-
mental
If
illness.
she would at least stick to one cure, let's say laughter cures right these hallucinations, that would be like a positive message. But they
Mhm.
didn't stick to that plan. They changed it and it changed it again. So there is no cure against this thing, right? It's just always like it's just a matter of putting minutes in there and making it gruesome and horror-like. That's the only way they can conceive of creating that type of horror and inside of the story. The animations are actually pretty good. If they used it like in a more kind of context related way, they could have turned out to be like a nice storyline added to this. But
Yeah.
Mitch has a point though. Mitch has a point. Like the way the animations are, the hallucinations are drawn, it does make you feel like more like a regular video show. I'll give you that.
They do that to, I'm sure they do that to lure people in, like how we do with our thumbnails, but our thumbnails actually are telling you that we're gonna cover exactly what we're telling you. They don't. They just use these clips to lure Scooby-Doo fans in, but when they actually watch, they barely show up. Like, not that often. It's like for a few seconds each bit of these hallucinations, and they make no sense half of the time. It's like all like they just I don't know how else to say it. It's like I'm just watching an insane person trying to figure out something that probably is pretty obvious what happened, but doesn't want to accept it. It's like I'm just watching the beginning of a serial killer. That's what all I'm seeing. Like freaking Jeffrey Dahmer or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that's all I'm thinking when I see.
I don't know. For me, I just feel like the whole panic attack things are just, I don't know. It's. I feel
They're
like they could have did
pointless.
it better. They could have did it better. It is pointless, 100%. And like at the end of episode 6, they get to the bottom of them, kinda, but then they revert back and it actually
exactly.
doesn't go away. So it's like, oh, okay.
There's no real character resolution in there. There is no way of the character of overcoming these fears, and really there's no positive message underlining this, like somebody getting stronger by pushing through his fears, by discovering something and how to fight them back, like something like that. That would have been like a nice construct.
I'm sorry, Halo. Okay, I am so sorry, but I actually know. I think even Jeffrey would have been insulted. You're right. Holy shit! Because I've watched documentaries about the man. You're right. He probably would have been fucking insulted.
I mean, there's a lot of things you want to compare Velma to, and if you compare Velma to any of those things, it's insulting. So it doesn't matter what it is. Velma's like the worst.
Throughout the entire series, she never once takes responsibility for anything. She doesn't even do her own fucking homework. She literally has everyone else take care of everything, and then she complains when she has to do anything at all.
Which makes no sense because she's the smartest one. She's supposed to be the smartest one.
So they dumb down the smartest character.
I think I have an idea. I don't know. Maybe this is what they're trying to get at. Is that maybe Mindy is criticizing, I guess, through Velma, those women that I guess can get dudes or anyone to do stuff for them because they're either they're very hot and conniving and manipulative, or like our Velma that just have a lot of blackmail in the side. And so I guess she's criticizing these types of women or herself, I don't know, for using these tools in order to deceive people into doing stuff for them so they don't have to put any work. I don't know. It could be that. I keep seeing those subliminal messaging
there, so maybe you are onto something, like that she kind of secretively wants to empower women to kind of use their weapons in a more appropriate way to get their. But it's also like a toolbox to manipulate people, and if you want to see it from that perspective.
But it's already been done, though. It's like it's nothing new. Like if you literally look, I'm going to give you guys a quick history lesson. Literally, you go back to the ancient Roman Empire, and every powerful woman that's ever existed in the Roman Empire and nobility in general, they literally, they either lied or manipulated their way through power, or they slept with enough people to get to power, because that's how it worked.
Did, right? I mean, it was just.
Look, I'm sorry, that's the reality of the back then. But like, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying this is not the first time it's been done. It's been done way before that. So I don't know what they're trying to imply here.
But I don't know. It's like, all right, Velma in the original Velma, right? Okay, somebody can say that she was the typical nerd girl, right? And just smart, but really, really nice type of thing, right? So I thought at least when she was making this that she was promoting this show, like, okay, Velma. And like, all right, we knew she was gonna make her brown, but I thought she would still let Velma shine, but she destroys Velma too. Like
Yeah.
the only good thing about her is that she's brown, and that's not good for the fans because you see one
Well,
of
don't forget she's gay. That's the most important part.
She's
Oh,
a
yeah, that's
brown
right.
gay
So,
person.
yeah.
Bisexual.
But in real life,
Bisexual.
Oh
South
yeah,
Asians
she
are not
bisexual.
happy
She
with
like
this
all that
portrayal.
stuff.
What
Like,
happened
For both
to
teams.
Romans? Where is
Casey, what were you
Romans?
saying? Let Casey finish. Casey, go ahead.
because like in real life, the South Asians are not happy with this portrayal, right? So that's supposed, but in this show, she's trying to. It's almost like she's trying to like make it that just. It seems like only her brownness and her being gay is all that's good. But Velma was really smart. Like I expected her to keep Velma like smart, but shining more and solving things or whatever. And even if she would have gave Velma a bad attitude, like, well, because I'm a boss girl, because I'm smarter than y'all, or did something like that, like, okay, but no, her room was a mess in one of these scenes, and that just
Right.
everything. I'm just like, that's
Cluttered.
not like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, the traditional smart, but we got to break that down too. The show is a wrecking ball. All right.
Yeah. When I was
Yeah.
watching the show, at one point I paused and just looked at the camera and I was like, what if they made a show where like Velma was actually smart and she was, people ignored her because she was kind of the odd one out, but then through her smart, she like solved mysteries and then it got people to like her and then she like got the team together. Wouldn't that have been such an interesting idea?
Yeah.
No, that's productive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's helpful being a team
Thank you,
member.
Coach.
Hiring.
You're right.
We don't do productivity here.
We
hell?
do laziness, and we reward it.
But yeah, but
Because
you're
guess
right,
what? That's how
Greg.
it is.
It's all about laziness, right? The rooms, also the posture of the people. Everybody's lazy in this series. Everybody's like
Yeah.
down. Everybody's hunching over.
Their voices sound lazy.
Yeah.
They sound
Look, I'm
lazy.
telling you,
even
they're
in
they're
shows.
going to make Scooby sound like some random white dude named Bob. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
Or a ratchet black girl.
Or
'Cause, like,
Yeah.
what is going
you think
on?
they'll make Scooby a girl? That's actually not something I even.
Well, if
thought
they
of.
take Gigi's
Nah,
brain,
remember
yeah.
that they might
Girl.
put a brain in the
Yeah, but what
dog?
if they make it even funnier? All right, hear me out. They
Mm-hmm.
put a black female's brain into a male dog's body.
And make
So
it
like no,
non-binary.
to make it non-binary. Exactly.
Oh wow.
You caught onto it. Like
You
what
can
if,
do
what
whatever
if
you
they,
want.
Shepherd in picture.
what if they do that? I'm
Yeah.
with it. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Oh my
you,
God, I wanna
I
love
need
you.
this in my life. I need it.
bro,
I need
Hypno.
it.
Hypno, look, man. Okay,
No,
you just made me
Slayer,
think
I'm
of the
telling you,
nasty shit.
reach out to HBO Max, goddammit. Make
Bro.
put some accent for some famous fucking producer and tell them to go make this happen.
Hypno, bro. Don't do it, okay?
No.
You're making me think of like that weird scenario where she's talking Norville and she's like, "Oh God, Norville, I want to love you the way I really want to, but I'm stuck in this dog's body. But I think we can manage."
Oh God.
You're
And then
fucking
it
right.
ends
You
on
brought
like
that
a.
up.
You really want that bestiality
That
shit?
wasn't
Like,
really
No,
good.
man. I'm predicting what will happen if we let your shit
Like
slide.
in a creepy
no,
way.
you're basically saying the show is
You're
gonna end with like a
part of this too.
cliffhanger of Norville about to enter fucking
Oh,
mind
no.
swap.
Like
Mind
staring at
swapped Scooby over here staring
Yeah.
at his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
this
and
is
then
gonna
that's how it
be
ends.
it's gonna
Well,
be a
we got-
cliffhanger.
Wait.
then we'll
But
play
we
no
gotta
video.
be all inclusive now, boy. We gotta be all inclusive.
I mean, you could be inclusive and then you can show
Right, what?
bestiality. It's two
But-
totally different.
But this is a show that promotes inclusivity. We gotta
Oh,
accept
God.
that inclusivity.
I mean, I do think they are building that up though, because look how much Norville's
hope not,
is
though.
into Gigi. You know what I'm
In all
saying?
seriousness, chat. I hope
Gigi
not.
makes it
Please,
a
God,
horror
no.
cartoon for me. Let's be very clear, okay?
Just because of
Like
her
now
head.
it's scary. Yes, I can't think-
Just that hair.
And why are the band kids
Wait,
wild animals?
I'd have to help with the
Oops, I pressed play by accident. Yeah, the band kids, like they're making fun of
Yeah.
like white nerdy kids. That's what they're doing.
But
making fun of
white
white nerdy
nerdy kids are not animals.
Yeah, watch this.
These
Watch
are
this. Watch this.
wild
Oh, that's
animals.
right,
with
yeah.
human
Have
bodies.
any food? And a marching band sleepover without food is like a theater sleepover without horny undertones.
That actually would have been
What?
fun because the list in her voice, like Portia, what is
Bro.
that actually was
Coach,
They actually gave her
we
the
need
list.
you to
They actually
elaborate.
they did
Why-
everything.
Oh, God.
They did
Could you please
everything.
elaborate? Because I have never been in theater. Could you please elaborate?
There is nothing to elaborate.
Yeah.
It's just like,
is her voice is like it do something like see they had a little bit of this stuff like it would be okay, but it's just every scene is just
Yeah, it's literally nonsense. Every single line
Yeah,
of
and then it's
dialogue
like,
ends
all
with
right.
one of those.
yeah.
It's so bad. I'm telling you, it's really bad. Oh, but this is where it gets.
Oh,
really,
God,
really
no.
bad.
Oh no, Hypno!
Oh, yeah.
I gotta
man.
step away.
We're gonna torture the chat with this one.
He
this is
muted
really
himself.
We're gonna torture the chat with this one.
no.
So
That was a good
so the
thumbnail
whole
right
the whole
there.
point. Yeah, actually, I should have used that as a thumbnail. That would have been good. The whole point of this scene is that Velma thought that Gigi was not going to show up to the band sleepover because apparently hot girls can't join band. But then she
She's
comes
not
to
hot.
find out Gigi. Well, according
No,
to her,
they
she
only
is.
join choir.
I know.
Casey.
Yeah, but according to
know.
Gigi ends up being part of the band. She plays the same instrument as Velma, so they have like this crazy stupid flute off, which is terrible. It's literally terrible. I'm gonna play a quick snippet because I don't want to get copyrighted. Listen to this. Cover your ears.
Should we stop him? Devin just unplugged his cochlear implants.
God, Jesus
Okay, that was like the second funniest thing in the show. That was pretty good. But bro, and why does the black girl have a gold flute? Bro, like that's a little bit too on the nose.
because
Gold
they're
chain.
trying to say something.
Go-
Yeah, you know. Yeah, 'cause,
Nothing is accidental in
people-
Hollywood,
Nothing
right?
is accidental at all. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And
So-
I
Let me
know-
call out this super chat really quick, guys. Hold on.
Yeah.
Big Helio for $2 Australian, I think, dollars says, "Hold up, he will bang Scooby." Mindy, what the hell? Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Mindy,
He's gonna
what
bang
the hell?
He's gonna bang a mind swapped Scooby Doo.
Oh God, no!
You're taking it to a whole nother level. It's gonna be beautiful.
I
But
think
that
it's
is how
getting
they write
HBO.
their
the
stuff. I mean, they
science,
just it is you
biology,
could just
everywhere.
do
It's
whatever.
crazy. Like the subliminal messaging all around the series is it's crazy.
No,
yeah.
and I need to point out something real quick. As someone who used to play a flute in band, I felt insulted. And as someone who was in the high school choir for longer as a tenor, I'm even more insulted that they say only hot people show up in
We
choir.
want those tapes, man. We want
Eh,
those tapes from the choir.
No, and no, you know what's even funnier? It's literally the majority of the hot people that join choir can't sing jack shit. It's the truth. Okay.
Mhm.
And the ones that do are like unique exceptions. It's like average looking people that are like the worst dressed that are like super great. And then you're like,
Right.
yeah, that makes sense.
True.
And also, too, the funny thing is they constantly make fun of Velma and like her being fat and stuff. Like, and it's weird because it's the whole self-deprecating thing that Mindy gets accused of. That she always every single one of her characters literally gets insulted all the time, and it's her doing the own insulting.
Yeah, she does it to
You
herself.
know? 'Cause
I
listen,
think-
listen to this line from Fred. Hold on, listen to this.
Hate to do this, but I'm trying to impress a very smart, very stout young woman. So when I say quadruple meat, I mean quadruple meat. Make him a kid!
A
Stout.
very stout woman.
That was
Bro,
actually
the
good.
word. The fucking word. Like that is some old English. Like, you know,
Yes.
Right.
It's a
oh, I'm looking to please a very stout woman.
stout English woman. A
Yo,
proper
look
what
at
the
that head.
Look at the
fuck
back of the
is
head.
that,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
Casey,
Oh,
It gets
explain this.
worse.
What the
Please.
fuck is this?
That is-
Casey, the
oh my
floor
God,
is
I'm
yours. The
getting
floor is
goosebumps.
yours.
It's too
Yeah.
much. Why did they
This
draw her
is-
like this?
Oh, this is represented. Look at the triangle, right, on the ears. This is representing a pharaoh mask. This is Egyptian princess type of, if you look at the
Yeah.
hairdress from the back of those Egyptian statues, that is exactly what it resembles. And the triangle is also the pyramidal shape here. This is pointing like that this is like an Egyptian princess.
You are giving them way too much credit. They think black girls don't have hair, and that's how they treat
Yeah.
them.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
well,
side with Casey
he
on
was just
this.
pointing out interesting
Oracle,
facets,
no.
but you're right. You're right.
They just think black girls are bald. My God,
Bro, I don't know, bro. All I know, all
Let me
I've
get over
heard.
it.
Look,
He's got also the
Bro,
the
it looks like
purple
a parasite's on her fucking head. I'm
Yes!
not even
I
kidding.
think it's the cordyceps virus.
Like it
Bro.
look like something sitting on top of her head. Like, all right, y'all. I'm sorry.
Because yeah,
I'm taking it too serious, right?
her
But
makeup is
that some
purple.
bad drawing.
If you look at again, like I
Bro,
think
this
there
looks
is
like
like
her hair, bro. Look at this.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes.
it's like a fucking cockroach.
Why?
Damn it, Hypno.
Literally
Man.
looks like that.
How you
Hypno,
find that
come
so
on,
fast? When you
man.
get parasites
I'm
in
fast.
your
I'm
blood?
fat. I'm fast.
Bro,
Um,
sometimes you fast for your own good. Too
No,
much.
I am
Too fast.
fast. I'm telling you, I will get some quick.
Oh.
All right.
Take that how you
Alright.
want to take that how you want to take it. It's
All
okay.
right, people. You heard Hypno. He likes to
Oh,
get
yeah.
shit fast.
Disgusting.
And I
He
want
a
to.
quick man, okay?
God, chat,
like
I
his shit
apologize
done
for these
quick.
disgusting-minded people. Disgusting.
Well, we're
know
sorry that our
everybody's so-
overlord is promoting these ideas, but we
Oh,
can't do
yeah, I'm-
anything about that.
I'm the one promoting it. Sure.
he's a
Of
very
course.
stout emperor. Yeah.
Yes, a very stout emperor. Yes, a very stout emperor.
stout.
You're right.
Oh my god.
Oh God, I'm changing
Damn.
accents
It
again.
does.
Fuck.
It's
This
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah.
This comment.
They know they didn't have
Sure.
to do that. They didn't have to do that. That's
Guys,
terrible.
I can
Chat is timing me on how fast I do stuff. That's crazy.
I can actually explain this for
It was
everyone. This is the woke mind virus in physical form. And it
Yeah.
has to take attached to
Literally.
someone.
The wrath of Can. That's true. Right.
Yep.
Due to her alopecia, we can actually see it.
The
Normally,
wrath
you
of
wouldn't be
Mindy.
able to.
I like how you guys are going with the alopecia thing. That's crazy.
Bro.
Oh my god.
The wrath
guys
of
are rough.
Mindy is what this is.
Alopecia sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
a fruit. Oh, this
It
is a
does.
nice alopecia.
It does sound like a fruit. You know, I never thought about that. Yeah, it does.
It's okay.
Oh, I do like the
Oh,
pizza
this
jokes.
seems fucked, dude.
Yeah,
'cause
the
this-
pizza jokes is
Yeah,
like,
because he destroyed everything. Because
Mm.
no, yeah, this is a good
This-
way.
Covered up by an Israeli security firm. It's okay. It's okay.
Me and my
It's
friends
just what
would've been
they
out there
call
eating that
Detroit
already.
Style pizza.
Like this is a waste.
Aw.
You guys are wasting time.
Bro, really?
I know real
Detroit,
kids would have ran out there a long time ago.
bro, like that.
Yeah, he
That's so
calls
on
it
the nose.
Detroit style pizza, and then he makes fun of I think Papa John's or
No, he
Pizza
makes
Hut?
fun of Domino's.
Time, last
Domino's.
one inside's a person of interest.
And now it's basically Domino's.
That is true.
That was actually funny.
Amazing.
Actually, that's true. Domino's pizza
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah,
It was
It's like-
it rated one of the worst pizzas, I think.
It really is. Like,
but it has a very interesting origin
Barely
story.
pizza.
I'm trying to think if
really?
there's anything important to show in episode 5 before we go to 6.
Well, that last part when Fred drops all the food and everything, I point out in my video. This is proof that no matter how hard you try to make the woke feminist happy, it'll never be good enough.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, well, the only other interesting thing is, I guess we're shown that Norville, if he wanted to, he could just boss everyone around and tell them what to do, and wouldn't give a shit if somebody questioned him. And she just chooses not to. He just chooses to be a simp,
Mhm.
even though he could literally just
Mhm.
be his own person.
Well, she
because-
guilt strip him like she always does.
Well, yeah, but like it's just kind of strange. Like when I saw that scene where she walks in and the house is completely clean, and you find out it's because Norville literally threatened to insert certain things into people's nether regions, specifically their instruments. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
he could be like a freaking gang boss.
Let me play this part because this is where the show becomes self-aware about Norville. Watch this.
No, I'll do it.
No, Norval, I told you if you do any more simping for her, we're through.
Gigi, I'm not doing this because I'm simping for Velma.
Oh
I'm
God.
doing this because it's the right thing to do. I'm simping for myself.
Yeah. Yes.
Face. Oh,
my soul is leaving my body.
So not only is the show self-aware about Norville simping for Velma, but they try to make it seem like he's gonna simp for himself, which I think is just very weird. Very.
I
Let me
read-
call out the super chat before you go. Hold on.
Oh.
Julie Y for $9.99. Been in your chat for a while and just wanted to say thanks for the entertainment. I appreciate you, Julie. I see you in the
Aw.
chat all the time. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a
Yay.
lot. I'm going to give you a cheer. Thank you so much. Shout out to Julie Y. Awesome stuff. All right, go ahead, Wyatt. Go.
Well, I just wanted to say, unfortunately, Film Rebel won't be on Saturday Night Hypnosis anymore due to dying from the cringe of this fucking show.
Yeah,
And we have 4 more episodes of this.
yeah.
Do we?
I'm excited because it goes to 10 episodes. And
Oh,
now I have it in my mind that we literally are going to get a mind swap Scooby, and I am so ready for this.
That will be
Ready.
hilarious.
Hypno is literally this panel's devil. He's just like he's just literally promoting shit and then
I
like
mean, I'm literally floating in a city with an aura around me. I mean, how
No,
much
yeah,
more
yeah,
on the
but,
nose do you
uh,
have
yeah.
to get here?
yeah,
Like, come on.
That's the kind of whole point.
no,
whole
Hypno's
point.
excited
me-
now for Velma. He's
me
like, I
and
cannot
Wyatt-
wait for the next episode to come.
Yeah, because
Bro.
there becomes a point where, like, okay, so like we all know a show is bad, but there
Oh,
comes a point
God.
where a bad show becomes like unironically interesting to watch
Yeah.
because it's like a train that's clearly about to crash into like 1,000 people,
Yeah.
and you know it's going to be horrific, but it's like
it's called the
I
singularity
wonder what
of
the splatter's
stupidity.
going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You start questioning things, and it's just
That's-
it's one of those things.
I actually got kind of obsessed with Terminator Dark Fate when that came out because I was like, how is this
Oh, that movie was so bad,
this bad?
so bad.
And I became like so intrigued by how awful it was.
Yeah, it becomes a meme of itself. On
No.
the
Right.
you know, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
what this
ridiculous.
show. This show is an ultimate meme.
The ultimate one, honestly, of this year so far. Not the most ultimate meme, but definitely
Yeah, I don't
up
think
there.
it
Really is.
top anything with, in 2023. I mean, whew, this is pretty bad. I wonder if they
We
can
said that
top-
last year twice, and they
Yeah, we
topped
said-
it
we said
every
it a lot.
time. We
Bro,
said it with
Coach
Rings of
already
Power,
switched
and then
cats, too.
and then Witcher Blood Origin came out, and then I said it with
Yeah.
Witcher, and then Velma came out. So
I
like every
mean-
time we say that, it just gets topped
But
over
damn,
and over and over again.
something's on its way. Because
Should
this is
shut
like
up.
rated. What is it like? IMDb's third like worst rated
Yeah.
something.
It's
like,
the
I was
worst
watching-
rated animated show in
Yeah.
IMDb history. Like literally, I have, like when I was making my intro for like my I think episode 4 review, I literally have Courage the Cowardly Dog opening a door where he feels relief because literally Velma has a 1.4 out of 10 rating, and then Witcher Blood Origin beats it by a 4.4. It's
Oh,
great.
guys, 160 likes, and Velma will get hit
Oh.
again. Come on,
Come
come on.
on,
We're 3 likes away.
That's a
We're 3
good
likes
way to
away.
do it.
Whoa.
Come on, make it happen. I know you guys want to see it. You guys want to see Velma get hit by the car. Let's
Come
stop
on.
pretending like you don't want to see Velma get hit by the car.
Yeah,
All right,
that was actually a really good moment.
It was.
it was the
It
best
made me
part
feel
by
warm
far.
inside.
Yes, it did.
And you know what's crazy? Because the entire episode was just so bad. I was like, I don't know how I can get through this. This is like, come on, let's go. I want to start filming already. And then she gets hit. Oh, we're at 161 already. All right, I guess I got to hit her with the
There you
car.
go. All right, back up.
Holy
right, let's go.
crap.
Because it's, there's-
You sound like woo.
You gotta cut
Oh,
that out.
God.
And I think the movie Serpico is
I'll give you another one.
What are you gonna do about
Come
that?
on.
Look at that flight.
That's perfect.
Look at
I
that
love it.
flight. She caught air.
Yeah.
No, she got
That man's a hero.
yes, he is our hero.
Unironically, I do
That's
like
Medal
the
of
sheriff.
Honor.
That's what I call country
sh-
justice right there. All
I was
right,
gonna say
country.
this in my 6th episode review. Like I actually ironically like the sheriff
Yeah,
because
same.
he's so taken out of the craziness of this entire like world that they built.
Right,
He's
he's
just
normal.
he's the viewer.
normal.
He's the
Fun,
viewer.
yeah.
Yeah, he's normal. It's
He's
It is so
normal.
Like,
good.
he's running
He
people
became my
over.
hero with
Normal.
this
Yeah,
scene.
The
it's
hero
great,
we
man.
never knew we needed.
And I love how they had like Norville was. God, I don't know if they're self-aware. They really are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, let's put the black guy behind a police car with his hands against the wall. It's just like,
oh
come on.
God, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah, that's a bad
IOU.
image.
There are no mistakes. They did that. Yes,
No,
they
no,
No,
did.
yeah,
yeah.
there is no mistakes. I'm telling it's spot on. Like they plan everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Jesus
And an
Christ.
IOU for stealing like the shitty food that they stole that's probably like expired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
really.
really expired.
I don't think they give a
food.
shit at all.
She's always eating those gross French fries, even from the dumpster. It's incredible.
Ew.
The
Oh,
French
yeah.
fries look like they're like fried worms. Like they don't
Right.
even look like fries.
I think it's
Trying to-
World Economic Forum.
Oh god.
I'm trying to catch the point where she catches air.
You gotta like do it very
Hey, Cogburn. What the? I'm out past curfew, and I think the movie Serpico is boring. What are you gonna do about that?
There you
Drive
go.
Oh bro.
They really drew her.
I like this. This is good stuff.
You know, these episodes have like so many good thumbnail moments. It's just wonderful.
This is a great idea.
You
Pull
get a
off the
few
driver's
thumbnails.
mask, and it's the original Velma.
Oh,
That would be
Imagine.
great. Oh,
That would be so spot on.
That
They
would
should
have
they
been-
should put a white Velma in this show somewhere, just to make it like. I'm telling you, if you're gonna go like this bad, if you're gonna make a show this terrible, just go all the way. Just go all the way. Get crazy with it. That like it would make me appreciate it more. It would at least
Right.
make me laugh. Like, wow, this is so fucking bad that it's actually like kind of interesting, you know. But they're holding back. They're holding back because they know they just want to make a bad show,
yeah.
which is a shame because they should go all the way. Goodbye, Velma.
That sound.
Never gets old. All right, I think we can move on to episode 6 now. We're gonna move on to episode 6 as Velma takes up so much time of ours. Wow, we're
Wow.
an hour and 40 minutes in. You guys are amazing in the chat tonight, man. Really are. We're at 164 likes. That's 20 more than we did last week. We hit 150 some odd viewers this stream so far. It's incredible. I don't know
Very
when this
good.
happened, but it
Thank
just keeps
you.
going.
Thank you, Toads.
Thank you, guys. So
Oh,
I'm gonna drop the
this-
screen real quick. I'm gonna pull up episode 6.
Done.
And we're gonna talk about The Last of Us 2 this stream, guys. We're gonna go for 3 hours,
We're gonna
maybe
get
even a little
there.
more tonight. We're gonna get there.
Are we?
We're gonna get there. Last stream we were supposed to talk about The Last of Us, and then Velma took the whole fucking stream.
It really
So,
did.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
but we're gonna go to episode 6 now. So what do you guys think about episode 5? Everybody in the
Groundbreaking television.
Sitting in
Yeah,
Brave?
you know what? I'll go the shill route. It is like it is the Scooby-Doo show that was meant to be written to inspire our modern audiences. That's what I think.
Yeah. You sound like a CBR.com article.
Very much. so.
Literally.
Article.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Now, this episode, people are going crazy on this one because they made Velma basically strip, or like not strip, but like dance on a pole.
Yeah,
apparently.
do pole dancing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
These
It wasn't
people-
just
You need to
that.
show that clip, by the way. Like the dude's reactions.
They do it. No, she's doing it in front of her dad. She's doing
Ah!
it
Yeah, that's
for
what
her
makes
dad.
Yo, these
Yeah.
people Just
Like, her
She's
dad is
dancing
somewhere.
for her dad.
Yeah.
Look at the creepy
No,
guy.
like her dad is outside on the phone.
I
and then
think
she
Mindy
Oh.
Kaling
does-
might be in jail right now.
By the way, I was gonna save this for my
Oh,
review.
yeah, the hippies.
But shout out to Mindy Kaling for putting me in the show. I appreciate you. I fucking appreciate you. Okay,
Please
I
tell me how-
appreciate you.
And through hypnosis.
Fuck yeah,
Okay.
bro. All day long, all day long.
was
Inspiring,
intentional.
Again.
inspiring, bro.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Shout out
Oh
to
my
Mindy
God.
fucking Kaling for putting me in this show. Look at that. Look at that.
Totally
Bro,
right.
come
Oh
on.
my god.
Totally
Found
referenced,
out.
spot
And
on,
he's also
fully
actor,
planned.
man. You look like that. I mean, he's
I'm a
also-
secret Velma shill all day long. Get the
God,
cameo,
look at you.
Oh,
Your
shit.
plan.
You infiltrate. No.
infiltrate.
Get a bunch of YouTubers together and brainwash them with the worst TV show ever.
That's great stuff. Yeah, I saw that when I was watching this series, and I was like, I'm gonna use that. You know, that's pretty good. All right, so they bring up Scooby
no.
in this. Yeah, they bring up Scooby, right? And they're talking about an experiment where it was called when they were swapping the brains from one person to the other, and they called it Scooby. So that's the name. That's what makes me believe T-Jap and what
Yeah.
he's saying. Because if
Right.
they call the Operation Scooby, and can you imagine the first brain going into the first animal and that being like the dog named Scooby? Like,
Yeah.
I just think that would be a
Right.
thing.
I
Right.
really think this is gonna happen now.
This is the only time they actually spell his name is when she says what did Scooby do? Right? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
That
What
was
did
that
Scooby
was
do?
interesting.
That was obviously purposeful, But
mhm.
To keep
I'm
us
trying to-
holding on. You know, like
Yeah.
oh, she said Scooby Doo, guys. Maybe.
do you guys think that they're gonna show Scooby at all in this season? I think they're gonna do it in the last episode.
in the last
My
episode,
I
for
hope
sure.
not.
I mean, I hope not.
Yeah, spare.
But,
Not the dog.
I'll put it to you like this: if they
Not the
got
lovable
the
dog.
rights to Captain Caveman, right? That's something that like nobody even fucking cared or thought about, and they brought that back.
Yeah.
Come on, I think they're gonna bring the dog. to the
Dude,
show
Hypno.
for sure.
Let me tell you how much they bring up like super old stuff that no one's gonna remember. Not only Serpico, they brought about like when Fred was reading in episode 4 that stupid book of feminism, like one of the freaking lost holy Bibles of feminism. He
Yeah.
literally mentioned that this is not as like this is better than some 1908 play that I didn't even know what the hell it was until I had to search it.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
Oh.
Yeah, like, it's
I'm
ridiculous.
trying to find the scene. Damn, I didn't realize it was that
I
deep
think you're
in
about to
here.
hit.
Right there, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh
I
god.
think a little bit up ahead actually. Like maybe.
Well, I don't want to go too far ahead and it shows some boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
I know
there's no
they're
boobs being
they're
shown.
covered,
It's just the typical stripper stuff. No, there's actually no boobs.
There you go.
Yeah, see,
That's for
like
Mike.
literally.
I know Mike appreciates that. Mike Stanmore in the chat.
Hey, look,
Right.
Look,
you gotta
Good
give
for
this
you,
show
man.
credit. At least they draw some nice titties when they feel like it.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
I mean, not
That's
really.
it.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, they're not the best, but for
They
this
are
type of
there.
art style, you know.
What kind of titties you been seeing, Slayer? Jesus.
Some
Look,
dragon
I-
titties.
no comment.
I'm gonna have to recommend some websites to you, my friend. Don't worry.
Oh God, bro,
We'll get it to you. I do like this place is called Nana's Nipples, though. Nana's
Coach,
nipples.
what
It's
was
great.
that, Coach? I just,
Coach, what was that?
did Coach say? You know, like the size ratio. We, you know, I got my preference of the ratio, but you know, I think that maybe a little bit more on the plump side. You know, my man.
I can't take it.
Coach.
Oh God, thank you, Coach.
Oh, of course.
I love
Good
it.
job,
I love
Coach.
it. You know, it's great when I can play off of Coach's emotes.
Val said, nah, there's some saggy mofos. Damn.
Yeah.
No, you're right, but you know,
Yeah.
bro, look.
Casey,
You're
please
right,
post
but
it.
you know, I guess for these people, they felt like, you know, hey, it's better than nothing. Because I am sure there were some artists in there that were dudes that were like, gosh, they make me draw small ass titties. I want to draw big melons like the anime artists do. But I can't
Yeah.
do shit. This is Western anime.
Right.
Can't go full Japanese here. No, not
Bro,
allowed.
even like full Japanese, like I'm just thinking like, damn, like even then they go overboard, you know, like for me, there's like a certain cutoff point in plumpness. At a certain point, they just look like freaking sacks of flour that can suffocate you.
Slayer's
Oh,
explanation of boobs has me worried, man.
Actually, flowers of it.
Oh, God, don't worry.
This is like that scene in 40-year-old version. It's like, yeah, it felt like a bag of sand. I'm like, sand?
Like,
Oh
you
God.
sure?
Oh,
But
goodness.
anyway, this
Welcome
particular
to the
scene.
bot stream where we talk about
This
boobs.
is the weird scene over here that people are like, wow, because first off, it's already awkward that you're at a strip club. Okay, that's number one. The reasoning for you being there is stupid. This is supposed to be the shop that they went to when Velma was much younger, but it wasn't a strip club back then. Now it is. And
What are you
But
talking
the
about?
same
This is
dudes
a
are
Cali-
there again.
they
Like,
decide to
in
go
back.
anyway.
This
you
is
know?
a Californian preschool.
Yeah. Family friendly. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
But so they decide to go anyway, and Velma thinks that her dad is not giving her attention, so she decides to strip for her dad to get his attention. It is the weirdest. It's like
Wrong.
why?
It's many
Why?
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, sure we have. Sure we have.
Wyatt.
Oh, that was a great still. That's a great
you
still.
go.
There you go.
Oh,
I didn't know
shit.
Eliza Blue.
Mike Stanmore, that's for you, brother. There you go.
Dun-dun.
That's a great shot right there.
There
man.
we go. For all who love
Everybody in the
booty,
chat.
I guess you got something.
Right.
Oh God.
I
why-
mean,
why do you have to
that's a
miss-
really flat booty, but
No, yeah, it's
that's
not.
fine.
No. Yeah,
What's
yeah, it is.
wrong with this?
this show is so fucked up, man. I'm telling you.
Look, it's so fucked up. Literally, our like darkest thoughts are coming into light because it's so bad.
So, do you see this on the girl's
Yeah,
legs?
what's that,
Okay.
gunshot?
Was that?
So I thought initially those were like stockings, right? But then I realized it doesn't go through the whole leg. So like, are they trying to make a
Bruises.
reference to these girls cutting themselves? Because that looks like cutting.
Oh yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
That
No,
doesn't
maybe.
I went straight for the, I'm on gunshot
mean-
wounds.
Like,
Okay.
that's not a gunshot one. I
Oh,
think
I
that's
know it's not, but this show is that bad. That
To
Could it
be
be
a-
hair? Could it be hair?
To be a little bit of devil's advocate, that could be like bruises from smacking your legs on the stage.
nah.
I'm going with the cutting. Yeah,
It
I'm
is-
going with that. But I'm trying to see if maybe like it's just a bad animation You know, it could be.
Background.
It could be. I
Velma's
mean,
definitely not 18.
when you're doing these kinds of animations, you know, some of the background will
Look
look
at the Chad dad.
Yeah, I was gonna play the bass.
Fred's definitely
Bass
not
Fred's dad.
18.
You can play. I want to hear what
Fred's dad is based, man. Watch
I
this.
love
also.
Fred's dad is
Get away
OG.
from my son. He just asked the manager if there's a stripper gender pay gap.
There is. Guys make way less.
But thanks to you, Fred won't call it reverse sexism. He's ruined.
Just
Shout out to
yanks him
Chad.
out.
He's the
Bro.
beside the police officer, he's the only normal one in
Yeah.
the
Right.
show.
Yeah, he really is. He's a normal dude trying to go buy his life, live as a normal rich person, and
Wait,
then
what?
freaking
Make-
No
Velma's.
way.
What?
Julie, you lying.
No way. I'm gonna look this up.
Julie, don't
You
play
guys,
with
you
No,
guys
no,
keep
no,
talking.
no.
Now everyone's
Yeah,
scared.
Julie, no.
You guys-
Damn it, Julie.
Take it back, Julie.
You better be lying. You
Don't go
better
there.
be lying. You're gonna make me click
What?
my mic, Julie,
Don't
okay?
do
You're
it.
gonna make me that mad.
Julie, don't play with people like that.
Right.
There's some lines you just don't
There's
cross.
emotions here.
I'm
No,
trying
they-
to. I'm
No.
what? I'm trying to find it. You guys can keep talking. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, I heard some rumors.
We are
about
all
it.
now like totally shocked and
He's like, no, this is
distracted
important.
by
This is like SOS.
We can't speak.
We can't.
I mean, I'm seeing headlines called "Disney is giving Jessica Rabbit a modern update." You already know
What?
that.
I literally saw that.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
really?
God.
I
red flag.
hate this clown world. What is the
Red-
modern update?
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to find it because this
No,
is
no,
Definitely
old.
gotta-
no.
They're
Don't
definitely
do
cutting
that.
their bits
Julie
off.
hit us with some breaking news. Okay, shout out to Julie. Okay.
Oh, Julie says she's
Bro.
lying. Thank God. Okay, that's good.
Julie,
Because the
damn it.
news,
Even
the news
modern
that I
update,
find,
though.
well, it's old. It's. I'm trying to. I don't really know what they mean by modern
We're
update.
gonna have to
They didn't.
research that.
They didn't really show a picture
now
or
you
anything.
dragged us into something else that we had no idea even existed.
Honestly, you know
Yeah.
Disney.
Julie.
'Cause I'm
Modern
really-
Disney is
I'm
definitely
not
going
a
to chop
maker.
Jessica Rabbit's tits off.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
they turned her into a private investigator.
Of
What?
course, she's now.
Yeah, so she doesn't dress like
Right.
scandalous anymore. She
Is
dresses
she
like
still
you
a
know.
hot
What's
private
What's the
investigator at
scandalous?
least?
What's beautiful?
I don't know.
She's
They don't show
fantastic.
pictures. They just describe it. They don't show
I
pictures.
guess it'll never happen. I
She's
hope
gonna
so.
have
Because
her
like,
hoodie
This was
on
from
the-
2021, late 2021. So I don't know.
okay,
right.
well then we can say it got
Okay.
botched.
Damn it, Julie! You derailed the stream. You got me nervous here.
Like
Mm.
very
Oh,
much.
gave everyone a hard. Oh,
Oh, no.
Great.
What is
This is
happening?
great.
Oh,
This is great.
This show.
oh yeah.
I like
it
it.
on the nose,
Oh
Casey.
my god.
I
Those are
love
the
these
only
stills,
ones.
man. This
Bro,
is.
and the
My
dudes.
dreams.
I'm just thinking like, oh shit. This is,
You guys
ugh.
realize how hard it's going to be to review episode 6 with all this ass on the screen? Like, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Guys,
real difficult,
I
but
have a serious question. I hate to bring the mood down, but does anyone have some cyanide? Because
No.
this is
I
just,
don't. I ran out. I'm sorry, bro. You want me to fly by your house and
gonna-
roast you for a second? Like, give
Let
you
me
a little
call
fire
someone.
roast?
I'm gonna Amazon Prime it.
Giovanni.
Amazon
Look at some
Prime.
cyanide.
Oh, shill confirmed. You have Amazon Prime?
Oh, shit, that's right. Well,
Not only that,
technically, we
he
all
pulled
do,
out
but
he
we
pulled out
never-
the IMDb shirt at the last second.
Remember
last
that?
time.
I saw that. I wasn't on.
That might have happened. I can't.
I'm
confirm
like,
nor
what?
I was
deny.
hollering when I saw
He
that.
How do
literally
you pull out the
forgot.
Superman IMDb shirt at the last second of the stream? What's
Yeah,
wrong
he
with
was
you?
like-
Yeah,
I
he
was
was like,
undercover.
Right.
yeah, dude. She literally was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I brought my IMDb shirt with me, and then just did a Superman reveal, with a shirt."
I did not
And I
talk
was
like
like-
that.
Mike, I can appreciate your mindset, but it's a golden pole, my friend.
It's a
It's
golden
not
pole.
a yellow stream. It's not a yellow
But I
stream, man.
think that when,
Mike, you into some
But they
freaky
probably
shit, man?
wanted you to feel like it was Mike. So yeah,
That's probably
But
the
why-
idea. I mean,
there's
you
no
know.
mistakes here. Yeah.
no.
So let's play this scene so you guys can get an idea why. Well, I mean, you really won't, but Velma at this point is dancing for her dad to try to get her dad's attention, who walked out on a work phone call.
If you would like to not watch this scene but still experience it, you can have your pet dog shit in your eyes, and you'll get the exact same
Yes.
reaction.
Exactly.
It'll give you the same sensation your
Yeah.
eyes will feel.
Nice parallel.
I
Yep,
do
yep.
like the reaction from these guys, though. Like, I thought it was pretty funny. These guys, check this out.
Oh, yeah. Keep it all on.
Show me nothing, baby.
Velma, what are you doing up there?
I'm doing what every girl is doing up here. I'm just trying to get my dad's attention.
And one day it will work.
Pretty sure you
Wow.
can't just go up on
Wow.
stage.
I'm pretty sure you
First
can.
of all, okay, this is a lot to unpack.
Yes, it is.
a lot
Hey,
to
KVG,
unpack.
how you doing?
It is a lot to unpack.
It is
Oh,
because, like, number one, I thought these type of people like strippers because it was like, oh, you don't slut shame or whatever.
Right.
But she was hating on him just now when she did that. But doing that for your dad, like, what is going? Like, why would they even that? No, like that's.
I think someone over there watched the freaking Easy A movie with Emma Stone, and they were like, "Oh, you know what? I think we can apply this to our character, and it'll work just fine."
This is.
I think they're
disgusting.
so like, because let's be real, like anytime they talk about, they defend certain things, like Casey said, oh, a lot of them defend strippers and all that stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. They do it, but then behind their back, they're the first ones to talk absolute crap
I
about
can,
them.
dude, I can
Yeah.
100% confirm this.
For real.
Yeah.
I've been around that community, and like I have friends who are like burlesque dancers, strippers, whatever. I can confirm that those girls all the time, like in public, are always like, "Oh my god, we're so supportive and empowering." Behind the scenes, they're all just waiting to eat each other.
Yeah, and then on TikTok they'll be like, "Slay Queen, you're so amazing." And
Yeah.
then talk
But that's how
absolute
women are.
trash about them.
That's how women are. Yeah.
Well, that's why we made fun of that whole scene from
You're right,
She-Hulk when they were in
Casey.
the bathroom and they were
Yeah,
like,
it's
"Oh,
bullshit.
Yeah.
we're all
No.
women. We look out for each other. We love each other." And then, like, once they leave the bathroom, they're just shitting on each other the entire time.
Yeah.
Literally.
They would have been judging her as soon as they walked in.
It's like that. That's the
That's how
game.
I'm. That's why I'm on a panel with guys. It's never gonna work for me.
We get the female perspective, guys. We are all inclusive. Okay, just understand that we have
Very
our
inclusive.
one female member. Okay.
And
got
we
the
never-
checkbox.
Special.
We always interrupt her. Right.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh no.
It's actually Slayer. Slayer interrupts a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I'm sorry.
Because I do not.
Sorry,
do
I had
that.
to I had to call out Slayer. Sorry. He called me a mass hoe many times, so I have to act like one. You know?
No,
Thank you. Thank you for acting like your character.
Oh, okay, look, wait a minute. Fred done got a girl.
Yeah, I was gonna show this. So the funny thing is that the dad tries to make Fred a non-feminist, right? And he ends up making her try to get with the stripper, but he's just not into it because he's completely brainwashed by the feminism movement. But where's the scene I'm looking for? God,
You mean the
she
lawyer?
finds him at work. Yeah, hold on. Oh, here we go with the non-simp Norville. So this is pretty funny. So this is Norville's character coming full circle where he's trying to not be a simp. And this is how he acts. Check this out. Watch.
Off a teddy bear in the mall.
We don't know what's gotten into him.
I'm out of here, and I might be late for dinner.
I'm mad at you.
Don't pour my milk.
And in the back of his jacket says Mr. Bad Bear, which I think is
Oh my god.
I don't know if that's a reference to the T-Birds with the leather jacket and everything from
I have
Grease,
no
but
idea.
it
You
looks
tell
like
me.
a reference to the T-Birds. It kind of does, but it could just be me because it has the whole symbol right on the same side on the back and
Yeah.
black leather jacket with the shades and everything. It just looks like a reference to the T-Birds from Grease.
Hey, Hypno, your boomerism is showing.
Shut up! What are you talking about?
No, I'm joking.
I'm not that
Coach-
old.
Coach was the one talking about love earlier. That's some.
Romance.
True.
Where's the romance?
Where is the romance?
Where?
Oh my
The
god.
romance. So now, hold on. There's another.
By the way, Steve is correct in what he says about Casey. 100% correct. Okay.
what's that?
You say.
That
what did
she
he
had
say?
Casey has the personality of 3 women all at once.
Oh, I see it.
It's because I'm a Gemini, Steve. Thank you.
Oh
there you
God,
go.
let's not get started on
We
that.
even included astrology in here, guys.
I'm a girl. Like, thank you, Steve, for noticing. Thank you.
Oh god.
Honestly, aside from like the whole strip show and everything, not much really happened in
Not
this
really, yeah.
episode.
They don't.
I
need to
mean,
do
they
nothing
continue
like
this. They continue the story with her
what
mom.
That's one thing I did point out is that this episode does start to actually like construct a story where like things do happen that like have consequences a bit. It's still really generic and lame and could have been so much fucking better. But at least it's not like the first episode where it was just random child violence. You know,
Yeah, because
just
the
randomness in
first
general.
5 episodes was just literally side plot after side
Women?
plot.
yeah,
Like they're trying to say that the main plot is about the murder mystery, but it almost never gets mentioned up until later on in this episode where they
Yeah.
start like you said, building a story around the actual main fucking story. You know, I'm gonna play this scene from Norville where he's anti-simp
Like
Norville.
Snoop with those
Shout out to
glasses.
Bozette, fellow
Look
Gemini.
at his teddy bear fucking glasses. Like, what the hell's going on here?
What? Oh
Took
wow!
you
I
on a
never
first
noticed
date.
teddy
That's
bear.
because a man answers his phone when he damn well feels like answering his phone, Lamont.
Okay, well,
Wow.
Gigi almost died. She was
Yeah.
stung by a bee
That's
digging her
shaggy.
pants out of the garbage at school, and the nurse was out of adrenaline shots.
Oh no.
Well, there goes the
Now she's
anti-simp. Yep, he's back to being
Yeah.
a simp.
Yeah.
There goes the
Oh my
Andrew
God,
Tate
this-
energy.
This could be how the brain gets transferred to. I'm still on that,
Yeah.
bro.
What?
Because
died.
they're out. Yeah, she could be hospital. T-Jab, you are onto something, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, T-Jap,
she
stop
could be
getting HBO ideas.
hospitalized.
Yeah.
No, she's hospitalized right now. They're out of shots. If she dies, they'll transfer her brain to fucking Scooby.
Yep.
And that's how she
Oh.
becomes. So, like, in theory, the hoax is actually real, just not the way we thought.
Yeah.
So
I think you're
everything
right.
that we've said could possibly come true, is what you're telling me.
Yep.
Oh my God,
see
my
it.
brain is blown right now. bro. That
Well. I am
What a twist.
terribly disappointed.
T-Jab, if that ends up being true, man, I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm gonna react, but it's gonna be fantastic.
Well, everyone, we are fucked. Officially fucked.
Officially.
Oh,
Officially,
good.
yes. We are
Oh, that was the
officially
story of
fucked.
Daphne.
Oh yeah,
Yes, the joke
Daphne.
is treat your file like crap.
I'm all
Yeah.
corny. I'm all.
They still
oh.
didn't explain why her hair is red. Apparently, I guess because her
I
mom was
do.
doing too much smoking, or
I literally
That
dropped
was
my
the
jaw.
explanation.
literally, she just her mom smoked too much.
Dude, I actually like dropped my jaw. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. They literally.
Makes no sense.
That's such a
They-
random, like, fucked up insult out of nowhere.
Yeah, like I don't even think, bro. I know smoking does bad things for pregnant women, but like
It's like
changing
what?
the genetic makeup of her hair.
Yo, Metalopoly's onto something too. Oh my God, this thing just keeps going deeper.
Oh,
Yep.
Because you know he has a speech
Metal.
impediment, so going from a human brain into a dog obviously doesn't click. So, oh man,
I can't take this.
Yeah.
oh,
I'm
wow.
into this. This is like a fucking episode of like
It's gonna be like
CSI or something.
Frankenstein's monster
Yeah,
version
we're
of
coming up with
Scooby.
we're coming up with better theories.
We're
than-
writing the story for them.
Right.
I know. HBO,
But
you better pay
watch
us
the
royalties.
watch the actual payoff. Just be like fucking trash. Just garbage.
Just find a
Probably
dog.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
that's
hey, we have a dog.
funny.
I'm thinking about all this epic shit, and they're just gonna be like, "Hey guys, we adopted a dog, and we named
Yes.
him after the the brain fucking
program.
thing. Yeah, the program. Yeah, his
You're
name
right,
is
Steve.
Scooby. And guess
Oh,
what he
God.
does? Nothing. You know.
I know.
God.
Oh goodness.
Or what if they trolled you and then made the dog talk, but then like it was her talking? They'd be like, "Gigi, are you in the dog?" And then she'd be like, "No, you fool! I'm coming around the closet." Like
That would be
I
smart.
That would
though.
be
Like,
good.
That would be great.
Like,
No,
like
right
I
here.
keep saying, if
Like,
you're gonna be so trashy, just go full trash. Like, don't try to throw in moments of seriousness in there. Just be trashy, you know. Be fucking
None of
trailer
this is
park
serious.
trashy at
You
this
just
point.
want
More your
Trailer
trash.
park dress.
Yes.
But I do want. I still think that they're gonna do a double killer thing. I think it's gonna be they're gonna pull a Scream. Honestly, they're gonna have two killers, in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna be one, because they keep trying to show it being a man. Because at the end of the episode, you get your first look at the killer. I think that was a killer anyway.
Watch it be Belma's mom, gone insane.
That's too easy. Even for
It- it's
them, I think
probably
that's too
was-
easy.
True.
It is probably the most predictable outcome because it is easy, and these people do not like to give effort. They just
Because
like
I
to do
think-
easy shit.
I
Right.
think it's the mayor, and the reason why I think it's the mayor
Oh,
because of the body. The body types are very similar, and he is the least suspicious character.
And
in
he
my
looks
opinion.
like Donald Trump.
And,
so
and he's
Yeah.
a fat.
Yeah, and he's a
Yeah,
white
right.
guy.
Creepy man.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
white guy. He's a creep.
Yeah,
Just look,
yeah,
if you-
yeah.
if you
Likes
look at-
young hot girls, yeah. We've heard these stories before. Oh fuck me!
And
really?
he was
Oh,
caught while
Well, now
everybody
that we-
was on lockdown. He was the only one on the street, and police caught him. So
Yeah.
why was the mayor on the street
Where-
while everybody
what-
was locked in this?
like freaking Joe Kendall. What were you doing, Mr. Major?
Yeah, so this is supposedly
But I
the killer,
think-
so that's why I don't know.
So there's good news to all this that we figured out the plot now that we don't have to watch the other episodes. We're done. We can go watch the good shows now.
I am watching a good show.
Great
but
transition.
you know, it's ironically from the same studio.
Yeah,
it is
I
incredible though.
I do think it's the mayor. I'm calling the mayor and someone else. I don't know.
Like I don't like my brain wants to make it something more intricate and complicated, but yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
I think that would be
toxic
the
white
easiest.
man.
That's why he
The
was out on the
easiest switch.
screen, man. Yeah, it's the mayor.
Creepy
Yeah.
old white guy is always
But
the
who's-
answer for
who's
these
his
people.
assistant? Who is the assistant of the mayor? Who's killing with him?
I don't
Somebody of-
Honestly,
Sheriff.
that one I'm not sure. Honestly,
I think it was the sheriff, probably.
no. I think they're gonna
No.
want to put a woman in there because they're gonna want to be
Right.
inclusive. So they're not gonna let
Somebody
the men
from
do
school,
everything.
somebody like inexistent from school, somebody who's very like, it's me, yeah.
Somebody
This
from
is
the school.
Hypnotic
I don't know.
Humans.
Yeah, for sure.
We're coming
I've
up with better theories than what will probably be shown.
I know.
Oh, it's gonna be trash. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm getting so
Total
hyped
buzz.
for what T-Jab said that everything's gonna be held to that standard now. So I'm just gonna be disappointed more than I already was. This
Look,
entire
at least
time.
there's
Funny is, as soon as the episodes drop, you're going to be the first one watching them.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, shoot, Velma's on, y'all. I got to get off the phone.
Yep. It's
Hypno
true.
is literally our Ryan Kinnell. He's literally going after he finishes watching, he's just gonna post a video within 2 hours of watching it, being like,
Oh, yeah.
guys, I saw this and it's shit.
Right.
All our theories are wrong.
Shit.
No, Ryan Kill his videos are funny though because of the way he presents it. Him and Josiah have very
Yeah.
funny
Mhm.
intros
Mhm.
because they always come out the gate swinging and then their energy starts to dwindle towards the end. You know what I mean? They're like,
No,
Hollywood
yeah.
is proving that they're once again super woke, and you wouldn't believe why. And then it's just towards the end, they're like, yeah, I'm over this shit. You know?
No, and the best part is like, I don't know who their like editor for the intros is, but they're great.
It's themselves. I could see the sleepiness in their eyes. I know how that feels.
Mm.
They,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
and they edit their own videos. I promise you.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Their,
wait, no. I
their
was
videos
thinking
are
of-
not super in depth like yours. It doesn't take that
Oh
much.
wait,
to
no,
edit
you're
them.
right. I was thinking of Nerdrotic. I don't know why.
Yeah, Dragon. I don't know how you do that because the little bit of editing I do, and I'm like, oh
What?
God, I'm done
Oh,
with it.
that like
Your
the
editing.
mean intros? With the
No,
green
just
screen?
everything. Your videos are like
Everything, man. Your whole
like
video.
Well, I
totally
mean,
detailed.
n-
Like, man, that's what's up. Like,
Now I have an editor
young,
from
so I get
like
it
you
now.
know Pakistan. He's pretty cool. Cool
Oh.
dude. Used to make my thumbnails.
It's very
Apparently he does-
inclusive.
This isn't suspicious at all.
Hey, look, I don't
You're
care.
totally
who's
not
coming.
funding Big Oil. No, not at all.
Yes, sir. Don't worry. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice cut.
Bro, the dude is like super chill, man. I love the dude.
Of course he is. He's taking your U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to be chill.
But he's
he's
making
chill.
very good.
You're the
video
one
for me,
bringing
man.
him food in your basement every day. He has no choice.
A drone, of course, he's
But-
chill. Right.
But did you
Oh,
see?
like the United States, nobody gets hit by drones.
But did you see
Bars on
my
your windows
episode?
are very nice.
But
You
did you
don't-
see episode 1 and 2 video? He helped make that. It was very
oh,
good.
God.
Right, big shout out to the editor.
You get,
Thank you so much for
you want your
precious
dollar?
time.
I give you your dollar. Yes, I give you your dollar, man. Yes, I give you dollar, okay?
You guys are going to kill fucking Casey, man.
No,
Don't kill-
Casey's dying in the back.
She's about to fall off her cloud there. Like, I don't know what's going
look,
on.
look, my editor is pretty chill. Like the second he saw like
Oh, God.
the few things I had to make, he was like, "Oh, okay, that's the kind of style you're going for. Okay, I dig that."
So
and I'm
true.
like, "Yes."
I actually
won't-
didn't watch this. I didn't know they had the what do
I
you
didn't
call
even
this?
see
the
this part.
trailer.
Like
I
a-
didn't.
I'm gonna play this. This is for the next episode. Hold on. Let me
Oh,
see
all right,
what's
bet.
going on.
What the heck?
It's because it's a ghost, and not because we're incompetent. Now let's get ready to party!
Wow.
Oh my god, the serial killer is
Just
at
make it end.
Fest.
Oh wait, see, so that person had. Wait, hold on. That was a thinner person.
Yeah, it had like a one.
Yeah, that's the other
Oh,
one.
That's gonna be a
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
I
a woman.
told
Yeah,
you. I told
You
you.
can see the curve right here. It's gonna. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's gonna be a woman. They're gonna have
curve.
one woman and one dude.
I
Just a
told
little
you.
tiny hump. Right.
Oh,
And fun
goodness.
fact, I mean, he's wearing a hoodie. It kind of looks like me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
So you're the killer.
Hypnotic reveal.
Am I the killer?
Yeah,
Can you imagine this was like one elaborate like scheme to just insert me into
Right.
Oh, that'd be great.
Discredit us all,
Bro,
right?
when the episode comes
conspiracy?
out, no, when the episode comes out, you better like put in your title. Mindy Kaling inserts me into this episode.
I know.
You
In all
better
caps,
do
too.
that shit or
So-
I'll
Hey,
Guys,
out.
this is what happened.
Mindy Kaling faces massive backlash after inserting me into her TV show.
The perspective here is reversed.
20,000
Obviously,
views plus.
Hypnotic, the killer, is the protagonist. He's the hero of the story.
He
We're
is
supposed
the
to be
Yeah,
hero.
maybe
following
I'm
him.
trying to kill the actual killer. You know,
Trying
you
to
ever
make
thought
the
of that?
community a better place.
Or maybe
Exactly.
maybe trying to kill the whole community so that this can never be a thing again. And
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
make the world a
God,
better
yes.
place.
Like the
by
end of the show is me
population control of
infiltrating
this.
HBO Max Studios and like killing all the writers. That'd be great.
Oh,
You mean the
yes.
one writer? And look at
You
it.
want
Totally
it.
hypothetical, you too.
Let
Totally
me write that
hypothetical.
down.
They could. He's from
You're very
Pakistan
weird over here,
too.
can I say? Right.
Oh yes,
Let-
yes.
let me
I
play
come
this. I
from
wanna see what
Pakistan,
happens.
Yes,
I want to
What?
see what happens. Hold on.
yes. Oh sure. Okay,
Ooh,
slow-mo.
Norville fights Fred. That's good.
Under our weight.
Please, legally, both of you should still be in car seats.
Wow.
What?
I have no idea what she meant by that. but
I have no
okay.
idea what is
Oh,
going
they
on to
skinny
begin
or
with.
something.
Nobody knows on this series.
Nobody
knows.
knows.
Even the
man.
one writer.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
Oh, I see. It says the outcropping started to break off under our weight, and then she said,
Yeah.
legally, you both should be in
Oh.
car seats.
Yeah, because
Basically,
Because
saying
they're
they weigh
fat.
nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Makes
Daphne
sense.
has
Hate
Hulk
on them for being
strength,
skinny.
so I don't know where the hell she's getting her roids. Because, like,
I know.
bro, she literally kicked Velma and broke a damn wall. Like, that's some She-Hulk power.
Not only that, she suplexed the trans girl and killed her in the gymnasium.
Yeah, and she still looks skinny. So all I'm thinking is either she's like a female anime protagonist, or she's taking some shady shit. Either one or the other.
Wasn't she Asian? Like, aren't they like?
Oh, yeah. 'cause
Oh,
they
wow, we're
know
going
kung
real racist
fu
here.
and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that.
Nah, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
though. I really like.
That's
I was
it.
like,
Done.
yeah.
Canceled. Canceled.
Yes, I know that kung fu. Yes,
God.
yes. I do
I'm just saying,
roundhouse
there are some
kick.
very strong
Yes.
people. Like, I'm not even like. I mean, I tell them all the time. Like, you know, I think
Sounded real nervous there.
I have Asian friends. Okay.
Oh, ooh. She even said I have Asian
She
friends.
pulled out the I have friends line. Yeah.
You're in the
This is how
panel.
it be right
Oh.
now.
He's like, wait, no, I'm not racist. I have Asian friends. You don't understand. I know the guy down the street. He owns
I
his own
have Asian
restaurant.
friend.
You don't get it, all right?
I
Ching-
have these check marks.
Ching
okay?
Zhao
Better listen to me.
Chinese.
Hidden racism. Just saying.
And what country is he
goodness.
from? Asia.
That's all right, Casey. It's like literally impossible for you to be canceled. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
You're good. You got full immunity to say some wild shit.
Not really, y'all. You know, I lean to the conservative side, so I'm white supremacy and blackface. Remember,
Oh yeah, you have it
Oh.
internalized.
it erases
internalized, yeah.
everything. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, that's
so-
right.
I didn't say anything wrong.
Works perfectly.
Now she's like, bro, you're
Just
acting
blame
like
it
you
on
got caught in the
being a
murder, Casey.
Gemini. Blame it on being a
Yeah.
Gemini. It's all
There's
good.
that other personality.
Oh
Psychopath.
goodness.
Psychopath. I'm just.
All right.
What are you talking about? Oh God. Oh,
All right, we
God,
need to
no.
talk about The Last of Us because I want to get it in. We need to talk about
But
The
we need
Last
to
of
show
Us
the coach
because
clip.
Yeah, what about the
there's a
clip?
lot of stuff. We are. I just wanted to reiterate. We're gonna talk about The Last of Us. We're gonna talk about episode 1 and 2. There's a lot of stuff that I have issues with that people are like fighting me on, you know, with the whole like
Jay.
infection stuff and everything. So we're gonna talk about it. But before we talk about The Last of Us, there's a funny video that I want to show that Film Rebel made about Rings of Power with Coach. I think it was
Well-
actually pretty hilarious.
Oh,
Well, actually,
cool.
no, to correct you, I didn't make this. This is actual footage of an Amazon shill going to Coach's house after watching Rings of Power because they were trying to get him to be part of this season after the Ardor actor quit. They wanted him to take over the role. So this is actual footage
Ardor.
of the Amazon
You mean a
shill.
I love you too, man.
Whatever his
I love
fucking
you
name
too, man.
is.
You forgot the name already. Jesus.
Yeah.
You named him Ardor.
Ardor. I could just hear the actor. Like if he was watching
Cardell.
this stream, he was like, "See, this is why I left the fucking show.
Yeah.
I didn't even say my fucking name right."
Yeah,
Fatal J for $5 says, Coach, stop arguing with me because I love you, man, and tell Hypno to stop flying. It's creepy.
I love you too, Jay. I love you too. You know.
Oh god.
Hilarious. Film Rebel, link me the video, please, so I could show it. And then it's a pretty short video, guys. Like I think what 2 minutes,
25 seconds.
It's short.
It's not. It's not long. And then we're gonna get into The Last of Us and talk about my issues
something
with
good.
it. Yes. Even though it's good, like even though the show is good, I do have a serious problem with that infection nonsense.
Yeah.
Like,
Seriously.
oh, you mean the first 12 minutes?
And I know I'm like one of the few people that actually has a problem with it because a lot of people seem to enjoy it, but
I'll agree with you there, but I just posted the link.
Did you put it in? Oh, I see it in private chat. Okay, let's pull this up.
No.
Yeah, I
he
have
didn't
a
link it to
serious
your
problem
Twitter.
with it. No, I know. Yeah,
I have some
Surprising.
other issues with the show, but yeah, I'm curious about your take.
I
Yeah.
mean, I skipped some parts of it, like 15 seconds skips until I got something interesting. Because like after watching like the cutscenes of the story of the actual game, I kind of knew what was going on. I only saw like certain unique scenes.
All right,
it's
here we
still
go. Ready?
This
Let's
is
play this.
Code. You gotta have the sound
Audio's
on.
turned off.
Yeah, I got the volume on. I got it.
Nice. I love it.
Read the
Deine Frau macht
subtitles.
sich sehr große Sorgen wegen dieser
For this
Besessenheit, die du hast.
session of yours.
Wovon redet ihr?
What are you talking about?
Walks away in shame.
I like your house, Coach.
Ich glaube, das weißt du ganz genau.
That's definitely a Shill's house.
Oh, very well.
Besessenheit.
Obsession?
Ich will nur einen Sohn.
I only want Cannon.
Helfen kann auf dem Feld zu arbeiten. Ein Kretschkopf. Auf den ich stolz sein kann.
This is literally
Ja, die
me.
Schrift sagt das.
Yeah, it is. That's you. That's literally
Hast
you.
recht, natürlich. Aber warum wartest du dann nicht?
Oh my God.
He's like, what the
Ich will nur wissen, wann euer guter Gott großzügig genug sein wird, um mir eine zweite Möglichkeit zu geben.
I never did get an answer for that. Why does he have a fade?
Oh, this is good.
Oh no,
Okay,
this
was
is great.
problematic.
Oh,
The
that was the
professor.
wrong word.
Und wie hat unser Herr mich dafür belohnt, dass ich all die Sonntage ins Dorf gegangen bin, um seine Worte zu hören, seine Hostien zu empfangen, seine Gebete, seine Regeln, wie man leben soll. Sag euch, wie er mich dafür belohnt hat.
Why does this fit so well? Why does this fit so well?
The music works too.
Like it was meant for this.
Wisst ihr was?
You know?
Oh no.
Ich werde nicht mehr darauf warten, bis er mir das sagt.
Little monsters.
Ich werde selbst herausfinden, ob sich mein Glaube herausgezahlt hat.
Yeah, tell him, Coach.
This is literally
Ich werde mich um meine Frau kümmern. Und jetzt raus hier. Und zwar sofort.
Oh no.
Ihr, euer Gott, seid nicht länger willkommen bei den Kretschkopfs.
Mein Sohn.
Was?
Everybody did know he was Sauron from like the first episode.
Oh, God.
so this-
Second.
Unser Herr, unser Gott ist immer bei
oh,
uns.
this is the best
Er
part.
beschützt uns, ob wir wollen oder nicht.
God, it's so true.
Dieses Haus. Haus ist gottlos.
What the fuck?
Coach,
my
and I just want to
God.
thank Coach for having the honor and the bravery to stand up to Amazon in such an impassionate way. Thank you.
Oh,
You're a
God.
hero.
Incredible.
Oh,
That was
Jesus.
good. That fit well.
Every time I watch this, I just laugh. Like, I can't help myself. It's too funny every single time.
It's just the story. A story? You don't know what the story is.
Yeah, right. It's really not far off.
I love it. Why does Arendir have a fade? Why do the elves have short hair? Explain this to me.
I'm glad
These
you
are
guys
literally
liked that.
all
It took a while to
questions.
make. It took me a while to
Oh.
think of the script.
No, but you made it fit very well. It was very funny.
It was too
I have to post it on
comedically
Twitter now
Yes,
because
I feel
people are
honored.
requesting it.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
stuff.
And props to Coach for the amazing acting and the defense of Tolkien.
That's definitely was the plan.
I have to call up Roberto, one of the directors. He's gonna love what you did there. Great sense of humor. He always pranks people and stuff, and he loves it. And he's also a big Tolkien fan. He has basically all the collectibles of Lord of the Rings, so he's gonna love this clip.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. All right, boys and girls, let's talk about The Last of Us. Let's do it.
Right.
So,
all right, let's jump into it.
all right.
Well, it seems like your opinion's changed a little bit.
What, mine?
Yeah, because at first you were like super hyped about it, and it seems like you have some issues developed.
Yeah, like so the first episode I was definitely simping for it, but the thing is I mentioned in the first episode like that I had concerns over when they said that they were removing the spores and they were like introducing this tendril shit. And you know, people misunderstood what I was trying to say. So I'll just like kind of reiterate. Like my concerns is I know that the infection spread through bites in the games. I know that that's fine. The main infection spread, especially in the beginning of the whole outbreak, was alluded to the spores. The spores are the reason why everything spread so quickly, and the bites ended up being how it was spread kind of later on as civilization kind of died down. But the explanation of the Mother Earth thing has me really annoyed.
Yeah.
Because it's not the fact that the way that they explained it, that's not what's wrong, because the way that they explained it's fine, especially since it's actually pretty accurate to how the cordyceps act in real life. But my problem with it is the reason for why they used it versus just going with the spores and the gas masks, because they said they didn't go with the gas mask because it was too restrictive to the way they're going to present the story in a film aspect. They said it's too restrictive for the characters to maneuver around the world with the spores being everywhere, and it was too hard to explain. So they went with the tendrils and the whole Mother Earth is all connected thing. But my issue is that, so if the first one's restrictive, isn't the Mother Earth thing restrictive too? These people are literally scared to walk on patches of grass because they're going to alert, infected
like
miles away.
Yeah.
So it's like this is a very restrictive way to maneuver the character. So like your whole reasoning for not using the spores and the gas masks, it just doesn't make sense, and it makes it obvious that the reason you didn't do it was because you wanted to show the actor's face. You paid all this money for Pedro Pascal. You wanted to show his face and not have it hidden by a mask, 70% of the time, or whatever the case may be. That's what I feel is truly the reason. So that's my problem with it. It's not how they explained it. How they explained it is fine, but just the reasoning for why they used it is my issue. Plus, it's just kind of stupid, in my opinion. But
maybe being devil's advocate here for a second, maybe the thought of the so-called pandemic that just went down, and they didn't want to create that type of allegory, and they wanted to change the subject because people were kind of sick of seeing people in masks and the whole thing about the respiratory system and everything is in the air. Maybe they want to kind of to pivot away from that type of topic, and that's why they chose the the classical bite type of setup. But I agree with you. I mean, there's many restrictions now, and face or not, helmet or not, mask or not, you can always create some quite the contrary. The less you show, the more interesting the audience gets, right? Because it's interesting to have those moments where you can take it off, right? Where you can create like storylines where you have your environment where you can take it off and you're safe, and then you have to put it on again when you're out there. And so those rare moments where we get to see the face, we're even more eager to see the expression. So we're kind of looking forward to that. So the brain is even more engaged. So it's like a lame excuse in terms like, look at the Mandalorian. When did we get to see Pedro Pascal's face? And it's engaging throughout, right? It's beautiful throughout, and you're sitting there because the series is so well written. And here the thing is a little bit, as far as I can understand it, because I haven't played the game, but I made, of course, some research in there, and it's like whenever they adapt the game in terms of storytelling, it's going forward, it's moving, it has traction, it's kind of interesting. Whenever they're adding some of their stuff on their own, and they're changing and swapping a couple of things here and there, or kind of boiling it down, or kind of bringing it down to a normal degree, instead of fights have something a bit more normal in order to get to the next key, in order to get to the next point of the adventure. Of course, then you have to kind of look for the balance, right, of a good storytelling part and keeping an engaging story moving forward. And that is hard. That is hard. We saw that with Walking Dead. We saw that with many series that are based on epidemics and pandemics and stuff like that. So yeah, it was already like in the first one where I thought some of those scenes are not necessary. Why are they inserting those scenes? Like, keep the story pushing forward, especially in the first 2-3 episodes. Let me get in there. Like, I would have cut some chunks away, but here in the second one, it's getting more and more where I feel like I don't know. Right.
Well, so let me hold on before we go. Let me call this super chat from JN. It says, I know I'm late, but reason why Velma added Gigi because Mindy and the staff don't want to have IR with black people outside of their race. This is in all teen dramas. So I guess it's like a relationship with black people outside of their race. That's what he's trying
I
to say.
think interracial.
Interracial.
Oh, interracial
relationships.
There you go. Yeah.
Means.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. So now back to what you were saying. All right. So in the first episode of the Last of Us, there was a lot of filler, right? But the reason why there's a lot of filler, and I kind of let them slack a little bit with this, is because the Last of Us game as a whole, a lot of it is filler. I mean, you're just literally running around an environment, and there's really nothing happening other than small dialogue between the characters every now and then. So it's really hard to fill out a TV show without that kind of space in between, like the game. So since you don't have that, I can understand the filler scenes. Now, some of the filler scenes are actually good. You know, like the beginning scene in the first episode was great. The beginning scene in the second episode was great. They were both acted very well. They gave a lot of backstory. And I can appreciate that kind of filler. Some of it's not so great, like Sarah going to the watch store. Like, all right, nobody cares. Like, whatever. Like, I don't need to know how you fixed his watch. All I need to know is that you gave Joel a watch for his birthday, and that's part of the story.
That he keeps all the time.
Yeah, that he keeps all the time.
They behaved weirdly in that watch store. So if you're really like concerned about something is going down with planet Earth, are you not like saying to a little kid, maybe it's safe to go back home? They're not even telling her.
They're kind of like, get the fuck out of here.
Reason for closing down. Go out, right? Do yourself, right?
Get out.
No, but it's just it's strange, you know. But like I said, I give them a pass. I definitely give them a pass. Obviously, there's things people have issues with, like the whole race swapping and everything. Obviously, it's lazy. Like just because I score this show high doesn't mean I don't call out the laziness in a lot of the decisions that they do. But I score this show high because of the way it presents itself and how, so far anyway, obviously that can change. It probably will change. Supposedly episode 3 is like mask off. That's what I'm hearing.
I hope so.
I hope so too, because the views will go up. But still, like the whole point is that right now it's very good. Like I cannot lie. I would never lie. I gotta be honest and say that the show is very good. It presents itself well. The sets are very good. It's very true with the monsters so far. The clickers look very good. They sound great because they're voiced. They're voiced by the same people that voiced the clickers in the game. So like they're doing little things here and there that obviously shows that they're taking it serious. But at any point, yes, things can change.
One thing
they can go mask off and go crazy. Go ahead.
No. One thing I do want to point out is, at least with the clickers, they just felt, the ones that they showed, at least they felt a little bit too, I guess, too spongy, in the sense that like they were just taking a bunch of bullets, and yet when I've seen clips of the game or in the story, literally all they do is a well-placed shot in normal vital areas that a normal human would die in, and they're gone. Like the parasite cannot, or the fungus cannot persist if literally the body it's possessing has extreme organ failure and just stops working. So it felt a little bit weird. I get why they did it, to add that whole creepy factor to it, but from what I remember with clickers, a well-placed shot to the head or in a vital area and they're down. Like there's no discussing that.
Well, the clickers got nerfed in the second game.
That was what bothered me about the clicker scene here, is that how kind of weak they are, because that one dives on top of them and like you'd be instantly dead immediately.
And the only way you can save yourself from a clicker if they grab you is with a shiv normally.
Yeah, with a shiv, I think. And one of the crazy things about for this episode at least, I felt like the first 12 minutes, which is like where they again explain to you like a possible place where the virus may have originated. I felt like those was too much filler. Like we could have easily, sometimes You
I
don't need to
disagree.
explain everything.
Everything,
Like,
right?
yeah, there is this thing called show don't tell, and you already did your show and tell.
Right, right.
You don't have to do it again. For those of us that are now watching episode
Well, so
2.
what do you mean? Because they explained that the infection started in a
Yeah.
sugar plant, I think, or something like that.
No,
or-
it was like a wheat and bread
It
plant.
was a
but yeah,
wheat. It was a
wheat
wheat
and bread plant,
plant.
yeah,
like
which is like
I love
Indonesia.
that whole intro.
Like in
it's a
Indonesia.
prime fungus growing like environment. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought that was good.
But what I'm trying to say is, it wasn't. I get what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is, for the purposes of this story, it wasn't necessary to show that, because we already know from just the first episode that a fungus types of virus, because the explanation you get in the first episode, the long one that was really well made, it's a very dangerous thing, and we're given this foreshadowing throughout the, I guess, first 15 minutes, if you will, that if this type of cordyceps fungus ever mutates or something happens in the environment where it rises by a few degrees where it can survive, then it can cause terrible catastrophes for humans, and there would be no cure to stop it. Literally, they tell you that in the first episode. That's great. We don't need to be told about it again. We get it. It's dangerous. Can we please focus
so
on
I
the
think
story?
I disagree slightly, because I think
Okay.
what they were doing was they were trying to show the actual seriousness of it in another way. Because in the first episode they were just talking about it like, oh, this could happen. It could happen, right? The second episode was showing what actually happened when it actually did happen. So when the infection started spreading, and the doctor Abu, whatever her name was, when she found out that the infection was spread to about 14, I think was a number of people in that plant, and the military guy asked her, "What do you think we should do?" And she said, "You got to bomb the whole fucking city." Like bomb the whole city. That was her immediate response. This is someone who is an expert in her field, right? In the first episode, you have another expert talking about what could happen, and this is someone basically saying what should happen. So I think it's two different scenarios, right? Because one was in 1968, completely different from 2003, and now you have someone in 2003 saying, bomb the fucking place. That's the only way you're going to get rid of all this infection.
But also, why was that her first response? Normally, the way it would work in these situations is from the get-go, okay? In real life, from the get-go, what would happen is immediate quarantine, okay? No government's going to let a huge city that generates revenue and income, if you will, just get overrun by a virus that for now they don't have a cure of. It would this kind of situation in real life would have been quarantined immediately, and that would have been the first recommendation that an expert on that field would give. Quarantine them, study them, find out a vaccine. But instead, she's like, no,
it doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen, though. Like they could have tried that.
But it would have been great if they would have at least shown that part. What I'm trying to say is they didn't go through that little extra effort to say, my recommendation is, quarantine, find them quickly and quarantine them.
Well, that's
Well,
the
go
whole
ahead.
point of that scene. I felt like was that she's an expert in her field. They went to her and they were clear. The military is clearly desperate, and her only response is like, "We're fucked." So I felt like the whole premise of that was to help show that there's literally no chance, nothing they could do. Because in the first episode, it does talk about how it could happen, and then when you see Joel and Ellie together in the dinner, there's that little thing on the radio that mentions Jakarta, and then this shows Jakarta as the origin of it. Before this episode came out, there was this thing going viral that was supposed to be a joke, that the fungus was spread through bread and yeast, and that's how it started. And then this episode extremely implied that, with it coming from that wheat factory. So
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so that would explain why it spread so quickly around the world, was that it was spread through this bread wheat product. Because in the first episode,
I see.
Yeah, it's pointed out how the main
That's
Joel
interesting.
and his
I didn't know that
daughter
part.
happened to avoid all these wheat products, and it started off as oh, this is a funny thing that might explain it, and then this episode is no, that's how it happened. That's actually how it goes down.
I think it's supposed to show the dread of the entire situation, like Wyatt said. We're completely fucked. If a fungus like that managed to actually be able to survive in humans, a chance of getting a vaccine or a medicine to arrive fast enough that would beat the spread of infection, it's impossible. And the fact that they were saying that, okay, these 14 people are infected, their location is unknown, they're probably off biting the shit out of everybody. It's going to spread faster than you can even think of an idea for an infection,
Yeah,
which is
you would not be
why
able to quarantine it.
which is why they said we just need to bomb the entire area. Like
And
that's
then
just basically it.
And then it makes it even stronger when she just says that she wants to go home to die with her family, because she's not like, I can get out of it.
She's
like,
not saying get me out of it.
people are
Yeah,
fucked.
she's
saying,
like
we are fucked.
Yeah, yeah. Like this is the end. This is it. And then obviously that solution ends up traveling to other places because Boston gets bombed too. You know, all the major cities get bombed. It's not just Indonesia. Obviously, it's a worldwide thing. But yeah, Boston ends up getting bombed too in the story anyway.
I mean,
and that's why
you
they
gotta-
show Ellie that whole situation.
Yeah, but you gotta love the fact that they do take advantage of. And now that I get the context, okay, now I do see why they did that. You know, they took advantage of the fact that our world is so interconnected that one little mess up pandemic can literally screw someone over.
Right.
Actually, half the world.
So like, but like I said, so I don't know. I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think like was it really necessary? And I really think it was. I think it was necessary because you got two scientific standpoints. One from 1968, who's honestly guessing just based off his information, and then you got one from a modern, 2003 at the time, that knows her shit. She's like the top in her field. So I don't know. I think it was necessary.
And I am wondering if in the next, if that'll happen in every episode, if it'll start with like a flashback of a different perspective of the origin of it, because I think that could be kind of interesting.
They might do that
different
for filler,
locations of the world, right?
Yeah, like different.
They might do that for
That does
filler.
sound interesting.
I mean, I'm still kind of, asking myself two things. Like, when do we get to see a good flashback or a flash forward that is not just 20 years later or 5 years before that or 3 days earlier?
Well,
how can we tell stories to get there instead of just showing the chart that it says it's 20 years later? And
Coach,
again, like the thing about flashbacks and all, just saying this just happened, like especially when we're talking about a game, I get that people want to get to the juice, and this is the IP is famous, and it was of course you need your audience, but wouldn't it be greater to kind of get there, tell stories instead of inserting letters? Because I see this over and over again, and I think people are also slightly fed up with it. Okay, now we just assume this, and then this happened, but he looks exactly the same. He doesn't. It's also the first time I see Pedro Pascal, and he looks tired. He looks a little bit tired. He's acting, of course, phenomenally like always, but it's
still supposed to be tired.
Yeah, Joel's
Joel is a cynical, like, so you
exactly.
understand,
That's the point. But the cynical, he seems just to be right.
But that's how he is at the beginning.
Yeah,
you'll see if Pedro.
But it's like in Chekhov. When Chekhov said, if you play Chekhov in a bored way, then people get bored by watching this. These people are bored, but inside, the people that are portrayed in Chekhov's plays and his theater plays, they look bored on the outside, but inside they are struggling with themselves. They're fighting against their inconsistencies. They're trying to get unstuck, right? And here, I don't see that too much. He's getting a bit comfortable. He's shooting a lot. You can tell, by the way he's like, it's lacking a little bit of spirit. He's serving it well, but he's not adding something phenomenal. And the other actors around him are not that special. So some scenes where they just talk and just have these discussions about, whatever it is that they're trying to organize, there are no moral implications. There is nothing to really discuss. It's just, everybody's tired, everybody's beaten up, and I get that. But it's really not transforming sometimes into a really like traction, like for the audience. Okay, I want to see how this ends, or what is the plot here, or what kind of mission they have to accomplish in order to get to the next thing, right? It's, I don't know.
Well, I think, when I was watching this episode, the first episode, when I watched Pedro Pascal, I looked at him and maybe because I guess, it was 20 years before, but I looked at him and I'm like, this dude really looks like Joel. He plays Joel well. He sounds like him. He looks like him. But for some reason in this episode, especially this shot and other shots, the more I look at him, I just don't get a Joel vibe. I don't know why that is.
It depends on the shot. Yeah.
It depends on the shot, right? Like, because this like Joel never. I don't know. It some of
But
the
you know
shots take
what,
me out, some of them don't.
No, you know what? You know, it's also the thing. I think I know why too. Joel had that, and I noticed that all the time. He had that Southern cynicism. You know, the whole country, like born and raised country cynicism. You know, that fierce, independent
Yeah.
American spirit from Texas, and so you know, I always love the fact that at least with in the game how it works is you have that strong personality that's cynical and doesn't trust anyone interacting with Ellie who's been through like terrible shit and but still naive because she's 14, you know. And at least for the transitions coach, they could easily do it well because in the game they even do their own transitions. Like after you reach a certain point in the game, they do time skip, like, you know, oh, we're now at fall. Oh, we're now, and they change their, and you see their clothes are changed to more clothing for fall, and then they go to winter and they're wearing winter clothing. So they do that. They could easily do that, you know, with a visual way. I mean, they don't have to do like fall and winter. They could just do it visually, and that'll be it. People know time has passed. But again, this all depends on how they do it and how well Pedro and Ellie and the Ellie's actors do it. Because at the end of the day, Last of Us, yes, it is a post-apocalyptic story with zombies in it, you know, fungus zombies. But the main focus of the story is the relationship that forms from the constant bond that Ellie and Joel have. That is the focus.
Right.
And that needs to be strong.
Right, that needs to be strong, and the traveling, the exploring of the environment, the boundaries, like walking from one place to another, talking to each other, have those intimate, quiet moments, and those also the stillness, right? That sometimes you create with a strong relationship when you have danger all around it. Sometimes you create a bond, and sometimes it's not necessary to speak. You look at the other person, and it's like, you know, we're going through a lot right now, but it will get better. I promise you that. And you know, kind of reinforcing that belief constantly, whether that's just with a look in the eyes or just a moment of touch or something special. And I don't know, it feels so, I know it's difficult to translate gameplay into like a movie or a series. I know it's difficult because you need epic characters that then all of a sudden act realistically. And sometimes the you know, acting realistically kind of deconstructs the epicness, the boldness, and the you know, the grandness of the character a little bit. He becomes so normal and gets so entangled with everyday problems, like, you know, give me some water, I have to kind of sell something in order to make a living. And so these little stories that you explore on the inside, when you are kind of making it in a real way instead of just playing it, they need to be, you know, I need to feel the vibe constantly. I need to get engaged, whether that's through action or great storytelling or something that happens, you know, when people look at each other and realize the madness of the situation and what they're in, but they are still living and still hoping and still pushing through, even though they are tired. And here it's like, sometimes I get it, and sometimes it's kind of liquefied a little bit, and they're playing it nicely. And it's okay, of course, it's a decent product, but I think there's way more potential in there.
Well, I think that they didn't want to like go all out in the beginning. I think from what I see in the show, it seems that so far they are taking these kinds of half steps, if you will, in the right direction. Like it seems like they're a little bit like in these first 2 episodes, they're a little bit scared of you know, the reaction. They want to be as respectful as possible, and you know, it could be right what they're saying, that you know, when episode 3 kicks off, you know, we're straight into it. Things are gonna get much better. You know, we're gonna eventually, when we reach the end of the season, we're gonna get to a point where
I'm definitely curious.
Ellie and Joel.
I'm not saying I'm not curious. I'm definitely curious, but yeah.
No, like I really hope it gets to that point. But also, one thing you gotta understand about video games, Coach, when it comes to like the high budget ones like Last of Us or God of War, which I'm going to use as an example. So Christopher Judge, the actor for Kratos in the newer God of War games, there's a scene where Kratos is picking up his blades of chaos after a terrible situation happens where he needs to save his son. And before he needed to save his son, he just dropped those blades. He literally disconnected those blades from him. He buried his past under his house, never to touch him again, because he wanted to start anew. And then when the situation happens, I saw a video where they actually show Christopher Judge doing the whole scene in the motion cap suit. And there's a part that they don't show in the game, which is when Kratos is making that painful face expression when he's about to put on these blades that he hates so much because it reminds him of a terrible past. In the actual, like, behind the scenes, it shows Christopher Judge shedding a tear, but they don't show that in the game. Now, that's an advantage of certain video games. The actors can have a little bit more freedom in the sense that they can do extra things, and then the animators and the 3D modeling guys, they can take out certain things or add certain things from what they saw. And so it's a little bit, they can do a little bit more than with live shoots. Live shoots, I know it's a little bit harder, I'm quite sure, but at the end of the day, it's all up to the actor that's playing the character, And with Pedro, I really hope that we get to that point where I can be convinced that, okay, his character is someone that I can definitely see would, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but would do a lot of things, both good and terrible, just to save this little girl and preserve their relationship, a sort of father and daughter relationship. So
yeah, so speaking of I guess you're talking about Ellie, right?
Yeah, sorry, Ellie. Yeah, Ellie's actor.
Yeah, so one of the things I have a problem with this show, or at least people's reception about this show, is their idea of how Ellie's acted. I'm in the camp that Ellie's acted very well and acts like Ellie, but for some reason people think she doesn't act like Ellie, and I can't disagree more. Now, obviously, she looks nothing like Ellie, right? At least for the most part. I mean, I know they're going for the same kind of like small figure, but I mean, just this actress just doesn't look anything like Ellie, which I mean, it is what it is, whatever. But in terms of acting like Ellie, people are saying she's too brash, which I mean, Ellie is heavily brash in the entire video game. She curses too much, and I'm like, you realize Ellie has curse compilations on YouTube? Like, you realize that like it's a thing. Like, Ellie she is born in a world that she never knew what the world was like before. She grew up in this very savage, very scavenger type world, so she's not gonna be exactly the most ladylike or the most calm person like some of the older adults in the show, or at least the most level-headed. She's going to be very brash. So I think she plays Ellie very well, and for some reason people think that this is not Ellie portrayed properly, and I just don't agree with it.
Isn't this the actress from Game of Thrones, the 8th season, one of the lords who kind of supports? Yeah, she's a hell of an actress.
Yes, that's definitely her. Now that you mentioned that,
a hell of an actress. I like her a lot.
She did really good. Yeah, it's just I mean, look, I hope she does really well in this. We all do. One thing I did want to point out was, the way they send off Tess to me was very interesting. It is a different take because, in the game, I guess for those of you that don't know, the way Tess dies is, well, she revealed, I guess along the way before they get to the building, Tess gets bitten. Okay. And she tells the same thing she's telling Joel here in the show, go take Ellie. She is our last hope. And they even showed the exact same spot where she got bitten. And you just go. I will hold them off and buy you time. But she's not buying time for like to draw the zombies out. Okay. That never happened. In the game, it's literally the Fedra soldiers are tracking them down because they killed one of their own. They have no idea about the child and just want to kill them because they killed one of their dudes. And she ends up dying in a gunfight and taking 2 of them out with her. It's less, I guess it's less flamboyant. And I guess they wanted to make it a little bit more flamboyant. They did it
because it gives her a bigger, more glorious send-off. It also puts the tendril thing. They did it specifically because they wanted to push the tendril thing. And also the whole Mother Earth scene where they show that the other infected are capable of finding you if you just step on the wrong like fungus on on the ground.
Yeah, you're right.
I really hate that fucking description. I just don't like it.
It's kind of weird when you think of it like that. I didn't even know they were trying to push that, but at least for Tess, I do see why they tried to do the whole flamboyant send off. Basically, like in the game, like the way she dies is pretty uneventful because guess what? The world that you're playing in terms of the story, this kind of shit happens all the time. Like it's nothing special. She is no one special. She is just like Joel. Her time came. She got lucky for a long time like him. Her time came. That was it. She died. She died a pretty normal way, which I guess I know in the sense of like TV shows that would have felt a little bit, I guess, too anticlimactic. I'm not sure. Like it would feel a little bit flat, and they kind of wanted it to be very bright with a send off. So, and yeah, the Mother Earth thing.
They definitely did that.
Oh yeah, it was okay. When I saw it, I was fine with it. But yeah, the Mother Earth thing, I had no idea they were trying to do this.
Can't stand. I cannot stand it. I can't. I'm sorry. It just it seems
it makes a lot of problems.
Like it's counterintuitive. A lot of problems. Like how the hell do people survive for this long if this is the thing? Like imagine the raiders and the hunters, or the raiders as some people call them. Literally, they would be swarmed every single day. It would make no sense for hunters to be around, because literally they would get attacked by packs of clickers every single time they stepped on the wrong branch.
Yeah. But you know what? It's fine. So all right. So like the whole idea in the game is the moment I guess, but the moment you step out of any safe zone, you are immediately at risk. It could be because of the spores. It could be because of infected, depending on where you're going. But mostly because of the spores. That's why they wear gas masks. Like the whole idea is that the world is very dangerous. It is absolutely like it's unpredictable, and that's fine. You can sell me on that, and you could do the same thing in the TV show. You could sell me on that too. You could say, okay, you got this whole Mother Earth thing going on. You got to be careful where you walk. If you walk a certain way, you step on something, you can alert. And they say that too. You can alert infected miles away that'll come and rush you exactly where you are, and you can convince me the world is dangerous. But the thing is, and my problem is the reasoning why they did it, the way they explained it. They said that they didn't want the characters to have a restrictive way of maneuvering the world.
Yeah.
And then they put in a restrictive way of maneuvering the world. So I'm like, okay, so why didn't you just stick to the first thing? Why did you make up this whole other thing that you say is supposed to be less restrictive? But this is very fucking restrictive.
It seems more restrictive because if it's the sport, you can put on a mask and walk through it. But with this, like, you're going to alert an army of
they're tippy-toeing everywhere. They literally tippy-toe throughout the entire building because they don't want to step on a fucking fungus patch.
No,
so
and the worst part is, like, with the spores, at least in the game, they make it clear that it's not everywhere that there are spores. It's like certain areas, and mostly it's like in underground tunnels where there's a lot of humidity.
Wet areas.
Yeah, because fungi, guess what? They thrive on dark and humid areas, which makes sense scientifically.
And that's why, like, the above ground world, usually you could traverse it pretty easily without having to deal with too much spore issues. But this shit is just crazy because this is like, it's everywhere. It's above ground. It's underground. It's I'm surprised it's not in the fucking well, they probably burn it in the safe zones, but it's way too restrictive. I don't get the whole reasoning behind it.
Because they need to bring the Sisters of Battle to just flame the entire fungus patches. Like at this point,
I feel like you have to walk around with a flamethrower.
Like literally, just walk around the flamethrower and that's it. Like
why wouldn't napalm have helped solve this problem?
I know, just a bunch of napalm. Like I feel like, and that's also the problem that I think about it. The whole interconnectivity thing. That's a problem, like in that for me, because literally, we all know fungi do terrible in situations where there is excessive amounts of heat. Like if after it reaches a certain heat threshold, it dies. Well, guess what? Flamethrowers you can burn these things down, okay? And yeah, maybe the world would have like gone to shit either way in the beginning, but after everything kind of sort of stabilized, then it's just literally fucking flamethrowers. Oh, bro. Steve, fuck off.
It's great comment, Steve. Great comment. That was great.
Great comment, though, man. No, but I don't get it. Like literally, like humanity. If we go by this,
try to circumnavigate the difficulties of a screenplay, like with adapting the original one, and they got in even more trouble by doing that.
I have no idea how it did.
And yeah,
it's not that they forgot their own lore; they're just changing it and they're trying to add more backstory. But then. Like I said, some of the backstory they're doing
wrote this?
is great. Yeah, Neil Druckmann's on this on this entire show.
Wait. What? Could you tell me the name of that guy again? What's his name again?
Neil Druckmann, aka Neil Cuckman.
Isn't that the douchebag who ruined Last of Us 2? The
Yes,
director.
it's the guy who
It's the guy who
he simps for Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh shit! Why the fuck didn't they take a fucking cue?
But the thing is, he's not all that terrible as like a writer. He's just lately, especially when he did Last of Us, the first one, it was not that bad. He didn't have full he wasn't the full reason why that game was as good as it was. He just took credit for it. And then the second one, he just went full crazy for Anita Sarkeesian because that was around the time where she was talking about like kind of like Frost, like the whole sexism and gaming thing. She was bringing that up. It was very big, and she was trying to make that into a thing. So Neil thought it would be great to have Abby kill off the male lead of Last of Us 2 and make that whole thing a thing. So
and the way they killed him off was like made no sense for like his character. I literally watched an analysis where somebody broke down the fact that they didn't explain at all why Joel all of a sudden just lost his ability, his survival skills.
To be cautious,
exactly. Like they don't explain it at all. They don't even give it a small indication.
Stupid as hell,
and out of nowhere. Yeah,
overly trusting when he trusted nobody in the entire first game. All of a sudden, he trusts random people that he just met. Like, yeah, no, this is totally fine. And just walks into a death trap. Like, okay, I guess, sure.
They could have said, they could have easily have fixed that by giving small indications that, like Tommy it would have been great if Tommy had given the indications in a subtle way, hey, your skills are getting rusty from living in Jackson for so long. And hey, man, you're trusting people too much. And he would say, well, it's my old age. It's my old age, little brother.
Yeah, they could have gave some sort of context. But
and also, why does the story had and I just saw like they lost some interesting potential with the fact that they could have made the story about Tommy and Ellie going after Abby to get their revenge for killing Joel. They could have easily have done that, yet they excluded Tommy for some unknown reason, even though he's the man's brother and has known him for the longest time and actually cares for him because they show it in the game a lot. Like they're very close brothers. So I was kind of surprised when I heard about that, that they didn't capitalize on that.
Because they didn't want to use him. That's the thing. They wanted it to be a female-led story on both the good side and the bad side.
Lead. They just needed to add Tommy as the sidekick.
She wasn't. She wasn't really the female lead, to be honest with you. In the first game, Joel was always the lead. She was kind of like the sidekick, and she became the reason for the story. But ultimately, it was still Joel's story. Like even when you play Ellie, you're only playing it temporarily because Joel is incapacitated. But it's still Joel's story.
But
so they had to kill Joel. They had to.
But why couldn't they have made it into a story where now it's about Ellie and Tommy having to not only coordinate together in a world without Joel, but also learning to get to know each other better, form that, uncle and niece relationship now? Why couldn't they have explored that? Well, guess what? You're right. They just didn't want to.
They could have. They just didn't want to. Yeah, they wanted.
They just didn't want to. And then Abby
getting
looked
her
like
own life with her girlfriend and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, and Abby. Look, I'm sorry, but like when I saw Abby like for the first time, I thought for a moment I thought it was a trans woman, and then I was like, oh shit, this is Apocalypse.
Well, and you know what's the funny thing too? They would come out and defend it, and they would say, oh, you just don't like seeing women leads. You just don't like seeing a strong woman leads. And I'm like, no, you fucking you made this world, world of which has very little food. Okay, we see people rationing food. All right, you want to convince me that this chick who has a body that is not normal for a modern day woman to have without steroids. You want to convince me that this woman has the body of Goldberg in literally the most like survivor oriented type environment where she's probably consuming at best 500 to 1,000 calories a day, of which she has
way more than that.
She is like
she has a body that has like 5,000 calories a day minimum. Like you have to be consuming crazy food to have that level of muscle mass.
Yeah,
but you want me to? No, it's me. It's totally me. I just hate women. It's fine. Like it's
for season 2.
Admit it.
I think the actor they should get for Abby in season 2 is Chris Hemsworth, but he'd have to do a lot of working out to get in that shape.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
Chris
she came
Hemsworth.
out like Thor in some of these scenes, bro. Like it's wild how built she was, and like I said, she's doing this in an environment that she's barely eating any food. Like there's no way. I
Like,
understand there's like cordyceps virus going around or fungal infection going around, but the human body still got, it still makes sense. Like there's no way that's possible, And
no,
don't
like,
tell me she's taking steroids in the fucking in the post-apocalyptic
I
world.
think
There's no roids.
I think she ate Joel. That's how she got all that protein.
Maybe the steroids are the
She
antidote.
can eat Joel every day for literally like a year and still not get a body like that.
no, yeah,
That's
it's
true.
just it's kind of crazy, honestly.
saying.
Like all this.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched the show yet, but I've only really heard like good things about it, probably because it's not. I don't know. Like, I mean, I heard like like it doesn't. It's not like the other shows basically that are out here. So I will be checking it out. But it is good to listen to you guys review a show like with just like reviewing the show, like not like and then they added this, then they added that. Like you guys are like actually like critiquing the show, like because it's good, and you all having like a normal based conversation about the show.
Right.
Thanks.
And like I said, you have to, like I said, it's fine. You want to convince me random things, no problem. I mean, listen, we're in a fantasy world. I get it, but you're building a fantasy world based in reality. So there's certain things I cannot look past. And when you give me the most diesel woman I've seen in the entire game, there is something
She was
very
though, dude.
wrong.
Like it wasn't like she's kind of fit. She's like ridiculous, like character.
Like
fit.
truck
You
driver
can't even
fit.
convince me on her training regimen, which I know they tried to do in the game. They show her lifting weights and stuff. You can't even convince me on that because how is she getting the energy to do this? You need food, you need calories. Your body will burn out if
Water.
you try to do that level of exercise with that level. It's impossible.
It
How?
makes no sense at all.
And it would
Like
be so nice to see like somebody who wants to maybe work out but doesn't have like the energy to do it, or how to get around it, or just do some minimum workout, like to show the difficulty instead of just showing a character that is impossibly built for that context and for that time.
Right.
yeah, it's just very strange how they showed Abby, and I'm glad I didn't. She took a stash protein powder. Bro, what kind of protein powder though, man? Like, must have gotten like the $80 shit. Because
maybe she found a way to eat the fungus and just like has
It
been
actually
living off
must
that.
have a lot of protein.
just gain superpowers from the fungus.
Maybe. But
Well, I
what's
don't
crazy?
know.
Speaking about Abby, so I posted in our chat how they basically confirmed Abby's coming in season 2.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Last
yeah,
of
of
Us.
course.
It's so fast though. Like I really
I
thought they
told
were gonna.
you.
I know you did, but I felt like they were gonna stretch. If I'm doing this show, I want to stretch it at least 4 seasons. Like I don't see why am I gonna blow my entire load for the entire first game in 1 season. I just don't see that unless they only want to go 2 seasons or they're gonna go the Walking Dead route and make shit up after the second season. At that point, I mean, what are you gonna make up? You're gonna lose Joel, right? Ellie and Abby are gonna have their super altercation, and then at that point, what are you gonna do? The whole reason the second game ends the way it does is because it's supposed to be this whole story about vengeance is not always the answer, and that no matter how bad you may want it, you should just let things go and let the past go and just like try to live on and try to find your way through life, kind of a thing. So obviously they can't do that if you're gonna. I don't know. It doesn't make. I think they're going too fast.
Well,
honestly.
here's the
That's
thing.
what I was saying,
Yeah,
get there, tell the story, even if it's small moments. You don't have to talk all the time. You don't have to always do something, but just create that ambience. Because right now, I know it's hard to kind of translate that again, but we've seen zombie movies, we've seen those horror movies where people have to travel through the land. There is constant danger and threat from the environment or from some enemies, somebody who wants to take advantage or needs something that you have in order to survive. But let me get there. Don't take it for granted that we know everything. Of course, some of us played the game, of course, but some of us, like me, maybe I just have like a vague idea of what the game is, and when I get in and get acquainted with the characters, start loving them because they overcome obstacles. It feels a little bit like we're jumping into something that seems so clear to them, but but they haven't showed to us. And it's moving very fast, but inside of those moving fast kind of episodes, there is not much happening again. Like there is so much potential that you could really use to have nice conversation. Like even with the guard, right? Joel, when he's speaking with the guard, where he's like smuggling the stuff in, it's like, yeah, these conversations, they feel like I've heard it already. They're not really explored fully.
Yeah, and one thing, you know what I'm noticing? I think what they're gonna try to do is they're probably rushing to get to season 2 for next year, so that once they finish season 2, they at least have this 2-year window, you could say, up
Right.
until 2025.
Right.
Because I did see a news article that came out 2 days ago where basically Neil Druckmann is saying that right now they don't have any further information about Last of Us 3, that they're currently like working and getting on the story, like just throwing out ideas that
Mhm.
they put the clickbaity title that, oh, it may not happen at all, Last of Us
Yeah,
Part
of
3,
course.
but it's gonna happen. It's just
Sure.
it's not in their main pipeline, but they're working on coming up with a story. So my guess is HBO is trying to do this little tactic where they know what's going on behind the scenes with them because they're being told, and they're thinking, okay, well, we're gonna tell the story about Joel and Ellie in season 1, then release season 2 with that with
Mhm.
the
And we have
freaking
time. I
yoke
get it.
trans woman Abby and Ellie,
Right.
and
Right. I get it.
on 2024, and then by 2025 hopefully they come out, or before they come out with the third game, and then we can actually make some content out of that and end everything in 3 seasons, and we achieve legendary Game of Thrones status. That's
Dun,
my
dun,
guess.
dun.
It's a sound strategy, but you kind of teetering on that
Mm.
George R.R. Martin dependence line, where you're depending on someone else who there's no guarantee if they will follow what you're following, because this is the same tactic that the Game of Thrones writers tried to do with George. Make releasing their shows in a certain time frame to give him time to finish writing the book, and he never did.
He never did.
No, he never did. And the fat bastard just rolling money, making spin-offs like House of Dragon instead.
And laughing.
Yeah, and laughing. And then he talks.
He's like
and
an
then
evil Santa sometimes.
evil Santa. He is an evil
He
Santa.
actually does look like an evil Santa. I gotta
does.
give you that.
He does. No, and the worst part is like when he writes his when he mentioned, he was mentioning many times in the past how he wanted to be different from Tolkien and all of his ideas. Yet literally he said a couple of years ago that his final books are probably going to be very Tolkienian in the ending. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure.
go figure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They all say
yeah,
they
I just, when it comes to The Last of Us, like I said, the show is very good. I enjoy it, but I just really feel like I don't know. I wish they didn't go this route with this stupid, Mother Earth crap, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. I want to see what happens in episode 3, because I think I've been hearing rumors that the mask comes off in episode 3. I don't know if that's just people being dramatic, but if it does, I will definitely, obviously, make a video on it. So I'm sure a lot of you guys will too, because that's supposedly what's going to happen.
That's the one where they go see Frank and what's the other dude again?
The big gay farm, supposedly.
The big gay farm.
Oh yeah, technically the game kind of implies that Frank and the other dude that's still alive, like they're kind of like a gay couple, right?
It does a little bit.
It
Yeah,
kind of
wasn't,
implies
like,
it, but
clear,
doesn't tell you. Like you could imply, oh,
Yeah.
they're gay partners, or oh, they're just partners because the letter literally is the Frank dude after getting bitten and offing himself, literally giving him a middle finger, and I don't know. Like the game implies either of them, but that's up to the people to decide. But let's see.
Right.
It could be good.
We are gonna see.
It could be good.
It could be. All right, boys. So let's end it here. We did a 3-hour. Yes.
Wow.
The boys. You said you're part of the boys, are you not?
I
You
mean,
just
yes,
assumed gender.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, boys and girl. There we go. Let's end the stream, boys and girl. Let's do our outros. This was a fantastic stream. My God, we hit some crazy mega numbers. I think it was like 155 concurrent, and we went well past 200 likes. So that's incredible, guys. We're growing every single Saturday. We're gonna start with. Hold on, let me see what the lineup. Let's go with Coach. Mr. Coach, we're gonna get you out the way because you always blow us out. So okay.
Thank you, panel. Thank you, Toad. Thank you, Hypno. Thanks also to Velma to inspire us to always pushing forward to produce better quality. If you want to produce better quality with your performances, with your art, with your acting, and enhance your experience, then come over to the Coach MC studio. Learn some amazing tools that I've gathered personally in over 30 plus years of movie making experience, acting experience that I distill for you guys to really have an impact with your audience, no matter what type of audience you have. So come over to the studio, subscribe, hit the like button, come over to TikTok as well as on Twitter. You can find me as well as on Instagram, where I post some art stuff as well, and join us every Saturday. Let's prevent bad entertainment by producing great entertainment in 2023, and see you next time. And smash that smack button.
That's good.
I like that. Casey, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you guys for coming through the chat. This is really fun. It's really nice to see that more and more people are coming through. I really enjoy my Saturdays with you guys, with the Hypnotoads. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to Coach, because I did watch that full movie that you made with the child. K. What is it called again?
Child K.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. And it was beautiful. I mean, my goodness, it was really, really good.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was wonderful.
Absolutely amazing. And I learned some history. I didn't know that happened. Anyway, but you guys can find me at That Girl Casey, where I talk about this clown world, everything that's happening in this world, and how it affects you. Okay, That Girl Casey. I make some pretty good segments, y'all, and I'm getting better. And I'm doing like interviews and stuff on Thursdays, but my Saturdays are only for Hypnotized on Saturdays.
There you go.
Nice.
Very nice. Beautiful. Dragon Slayer commentary, sir.
Well, guys, I mean, if you want to find me if you want to find me, just to see me shit on Velma and whatever comes next, or hopefully one day talk about something good, then you know where to find me. Links in the description. Also, if you want to find me in a place where I will post when a new video comes out, in case YouTube decides to conspire against me, I do have a Twitter. Twitter is at DragonHQ1772. For those of you that are interested, in case you want to see the notifications or the random shenanigans I respond to.
Beautiful. Getting good, Dragon Slayer. Getting good.
I told you, man. I narrate too damn much in my scripts. I'm getting used to this.
You're gonna have multiple personality disorder with all them damn voices you got going on.
Oh God, yes.
Mr. Film Rebel, aka Cocaine Bear.
AKA Cocaine Bear. He went to sleep early somehow. I guess the cocaine wasn't good tonight. But thank you guys for watching. I hope it was enjoyable for you to laugh at our suffering. We endure a lot of pain and torment for your amusement and to try to make the world a better place, as Coach said. I want to thank Coach for standing up for the Tolkien fans against that weird Amazon shield that came to your house.
Oh God.
If you guys like that video, you can find it on my channel at Film Rebel. I occasionally do funny memes like that when I'm not just complaining about bad entertainment. Yeah, come join the channel.
Beautiful. God, you guys are amazing. Love it. All right. With that being said, again, this stream is getting crazy. It is growing incredibly. I mean, we maintain for over 2 hours 130 to 40 people. That is fantastic. We are double, almost even triple sometimes the size of our streams from last year. So we'll keep growing. Tell your friends about the stream. Make sure they're here every single Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us, have fun with us, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.